Crossover. Oh, killer crossover.
Just crossover.
It just crossed him over nastily. Another victim to the crossovers. Cross him up and sit him down.
Crossover is powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com.
Yeah, your boy's out the mix.
Feel like he
better-
let you have that one.
No, he wasn't even close.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
It wasn't even
he
close.
was like excited.
Well,
So
I've been carrying these
let him-
crossovers for the last couple of days because
Attaboy,
Gary
Matt.
Sharp's been out
that's
of
a
here.
word.
Carry him.
I'm elite. Like Matt Rhule likes to say, elite, elite, elite. Elite sushi.
yeah, because we got so caught up in the PJ Fleck elite, we thought the opening press conference a couple of Novembers ago, that
Mhm.
when the word elite was used, we were like, oh, he's just excited to be here.
It used to be a bad word.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite words.
Yeah.
is elite.
Oh yeah.
Standard, elite.
Timeout.
No, I'm trying.
By the way, Matt, yeah, we adjusted.
Yeah, I know. I messed up.
Yeah, so he only took 4.
But he did. It was too questionable. He had 2 questionable timeouts.
That was up for debate.
So are we not counting? Did he not? So he left one on the board. Did he leave one on the board at the end of the game?
He left one on the board each half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play free. That's another one of his favorite terms.
Yeah,
He
play free.
loves playing free.
Play free. Did you guys see Scott Frost yesterday talking about
Yes.
life?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
God, it sounded really familiar.
So familiar.
I
Yeah,
thought.
Oh no.
that quarterback decision against Houston was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
perplexing. But you're right. It did kind of. He's looked really happy.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday looked very familiar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Trying to answer questions and find answers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like anything that's worth the waiting for, whatever. He did that whole thing. I'm like, hey man, you're not waiting. It's not just gonna happen.
That looked
Yeah.
copy paste from a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
But the pressers the last 2 weeks of a season are pretty telling.
When you're in a bad spot, then they're definitely in a bad spot.
They've
Yeah.
also
November can be. We've had a lot of bad Novembers around here.
have you guys not
November
go-
can be really hard.
you
This
guys-
is a good November.
you guys gonna go live?
Well, Josh, go live.
I clicked the button.
Well,
I went live.
there it
for you.
is. Hey, now we're live. Hi, everybody.
Wow, Josh, he's doing your job.
God, we just broke a whole bunch of news.
Oh yeah.
I know. That's
So much good stuff.
I don't know how they're going to react.
We-
and I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, we
but
were just telling secrets.
we
and-
wish him the best.
They're
We
never
do.
gonna let us tell that story
You
again.
know,
not on YouTube.
I think Nico got screwed.
Okay, all right.
Harrison, not Iamaliava.
Nico was a patsy. That's what I. That's a.
He was a scapegoat.
He was.
So
Nico
there-
was
I mean,
a
I'm just
patsy.
gonna say, if my star player was drinking beers and smoking cigarettes in his home country and not, and then showed up out of shape, I wouldn't necessarily be over the moon.
I mean, he did have 38 in shape last night on the road in Charlotte. But there's a picture from last night. So Dallas was at home against Milwaukee.
Great
You
game.
wanna see
And
a
the
picture?
owner of the Mavs is sitting courtside, and it looks like it's before warmups. And there's a guy in a Laker Luka jersey sitting next to him having a conversation.
What a
It's
sight.
a fan that found their way down to the
That's
floor.
awesome.
Hey, so what
and
do you
is
think
talking
about
to
this?
the owner.
What do you think about my jersey?
So here's
do you like it?
here's the funny thing. I mean, that Sunday night football game yesterday was so boring that it had me going on NBA League Pass and going from game to game to game. The NBA was a banger last night. NBA had some of the best finishes I've seen in a while.
This league.
This league
Was
so-
the NBA a banger last night?
Victor Wembanyama broke my heart on back-to-back threes to beat my team, which was a really bad loss, even though we don't have Giddey or Kobe White. Then Eric Spoelstra drew up one of the best 0.4 second sideline plays that I've seen that ended in an Andrew Wiggins dunk.
Chris Quinn was the one behind that play.
I mean,
the next NBA coach.
Imagine
Eric
sitting there
Spoelstra.
waiting for an entire 3 quarters for something to happen.
And then
Didn't have that in the
Hey, but
NBA
end of that
last
game,
night.
So what Matt is alluding to, so Mitchell had a great, it was basically game 6.
Dude, he had
Yeah, Mitchell
such
had
a
a
good
great
turnaround,
play
Jay. Oh,
To hit a shot, and then on the
Oh.
inbounds with 0.4 of a second to go, they alley-oop it to Wiggins.
and then
from
Max
the sideline.
Max
Oh.
Christie, the pride of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, tried winning the game last night for the Dallas Mavericks and came up short.
Number
So
one
that was-
seed in the East, the Pistons.
Yeah.
Survive overtime.
That was a good game. And then the Clippers won by 3 last night,
Harden
too.
had 35.
Yeah.
But
What are
you're
you
on the
guys
Pistons
saying?
bandwagon. Winners of 7 straight.
Yeah.
9-2.
Well, do you know who one of those losses against, Gary Sharp? Your Chicago Bulls.
Cade Cunningham misses 31 shots. and has
Star.
a monster night.
Also,
Yeah.
I
I don't know what you guys are talking
Triple
I
about.
guess
double.
you're up to date now on
Yeah,
the
triple
NBA.
double.
Yeah,
I-
what happened in the NHL last night?
By the way,
David had this great goal.
dude, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
back in 2000
And the Rangers won at home for the first time. Well, the Devils lost at home for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
watch out for them Devil
back
now.
in 2014,
It's a
Patrick
light
Kane had a
slate.
similar goal against the Dallas
I
Stars.
always got to be about Chicago.
Well, because Patrick Kane did it better, and also too, Connor Bedard leads the league in points.
Of
So-
course.
All but one game in the NHL last night decided by a single goal.
Where were you at, Connor?
I was
last night? How
watching
come you-
Pluribus.
What?
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
What is
I
this?
mean, like, it's gonna be good.
Now,
What is
are
this?
you watching
What-
it with your wife or are you watching it solo?
Well, I watched the first one by myself on Sunday, and then I was like, I better include my wife on this. So we watched both of the episodes last night. So I watched the
Okay.
first one again and then the 2nd
I've
one.
heard some positive things.
Yeah, it's gonna be good just because it's Vince Gilligan.
Yeah.
And so I trust wherever we're going. Where we're going, I don't know. I have no idea.
Palabra? What did you watch?
Pluribus.
What's that?
It's a show on
This
Apple
is,
TV.
This is like White Lotus all over again. Where you guys are. What's that other one where they think they're in their jobs and they're separated from their reality?
Severance.
There you go.
Mhm.
Where everybody was freaking the heck out.
It's
about that.
confusing, so it's good.
Yeah, that's now what we're doing all the days. Just all these weird sci-fi shows that kind of hit your heartstrings a little bit.
If you are flying, I don't think you are, to Las Vegas.
I am.
Okay.
Well, it's
I know
not
you're
walking.
flying, but United offers Apple TV.
Mm.
So the plethora of
Nice.
options. So I started watching because I've heard about it with Owen Wilson's Stick. So I watched the pilot yesterday. But it's always curious because I had the window seat coming from Denver to Omaha, and like what your seatmates' options are. Like the person next to me was watching Modern Family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do like to check on that and see what people are up to.
Definitely.
They're never up to anything that I'm interested in.
No,
They're never doing anything cool.
Somebody was
But-
watching Flight on
I-
my flight, and I was really bothered.
I
by
hope
it.
somebody looked at my phone or my computer one time and said, he's watching Moneyball. What a guy, you know? But I've never looked at anybody's
Well-
computer screen
well,
and thought,
now-
I'm interested in this person.
So United has the screen in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, if you've ever been on JetBlue was the first airline that I flew on that you basically could watch TV in front of you.
Yeah.
Or if they don't give you the screen in front, they now give you the option to put your phone up there.
Yeah. There's like a little
But
hole.
United has a nice large screen that every seat has.
I think Delta's got that too.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
Well, it
you
depends
can
on what
see-
it depends on what flight.
you can see what
It does.
it was a bigger plane. They were like
If
40
you're
rows.
if you're on a big plane, you're good. If
Well,
you're on a smaller plane, you're not.
I think
Big
being on a
plane.
big plane helped us that it didn't. One of the flights didn't get canceled.
That's
They-
good.
Like
See-
smaller regional jets, they
keep
were.
the- See, so I heard how they were doing it was like if you're flying into or out of a hub, like
Yeah.
which Denver obviously is of a lot of airlines, they're going to try and keep all that stuff on schedule because that connects to the rest of the country. But like if you're going from let's say Omaha to Vegas, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I
That'll be
think,
me in a
I
couple
think
weeks.
it's an airline dependent too. Like United is a hub for Chicago, but Delta isn't a hub for Chicago. And like I don't think Southwest, at least for O'Hare, isn't a hub. So I think
It's Midwest.
if you're flying into O'Hare with United, you're probably
right. That's the idea.
yeah.
By the way, just fact checked real quick.
You'll be fine.
Nathan McKinnon leads the NHL in points.
Oh, did he get a couple of points?
He's up by 4.
Connor Bedard was leading 2 days ago,
Yep.
but they've been on a
Tied for
break.
second. Sorry. Had to
Avs won
fact
the
check
other
you.
night, 9-1.
You always have to fact check me.
Uh,
You're
so-
always fact checking me.
Either one of you watch Stick?
No.
Should I go any further? I kind of like the episode, the pilot.
Do I
Yeah.
watch Stick?
So it's Apple TV. It's Owen Wilson,
I'll just take a break.
basically golf pro.
Golf show?
Well, so
Okay.
he's
I think we're going to do a
golf
big Apple
pro,
TV binge during winter break.
golf pro who had a meltdown
There's good stuff on
when he
there.
was on the
yeah.
PGA Tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That sounds good. That's
Now-
is Will Ferrell involved in this somehow?
I think he might be behind it. but
Okay.
he was not in the pilot.
Okay.
Okay. It's like a Will Ferrell
Yeah.
produced situation.
I remember reading articles.
But when
about
I
that.
saw Apple TV, and then what they do is, so they only give you recommendations on how long the flight is. So, the flight from Omaha
Oh.
to Denver is, I don't know.
How
what they go-
intuitive.
Yeah, like 100 minutes or whatever. So only options that are under 100 minutes.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
What if you wanted to just hack off, 60 minutes of a 3-hour movie or something like that?
That's what I thought.
I was
Now,
going to start The Irishman.
Yeah, it's what a great place to do
so
it.
got done with that, and then it's like you have 25 minutes left in your flight. here are other options to watch a short film.
That's crazy. That's not right. Southwest gives you
But they're
all the capabilities.
There are new options. Like there's some so Top Gun is already on the flight.
I don't know if I want to watch that on a plane.
I did watch it on a plane. It made me calmer.
You guys don't watch plane movies? Oh, you do watch plane movies on planes.
I was watching Top Gun because I was like, if these guys are surviving this, then I can survive this.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
kind of how I approach it. I'm like, if they are, bombing Russian, nuclear sites and pulling off 10 Gs, and I'm going to be fine in this little local flight from Omaha to Chicago.
What about snakes on a plane?
See, that's the problem. Like, if you were watching Sully
Very
on the
underrated movie.
plane, like that'd be a tough.
Birds.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, okay.
Why did the
I-
APU was the 15th thing? Captain Solenberger, we would be dead right now if he didn't study all those plane crashes.
I do
in the past.
when I go into LaGuardia or out of LaGuardia, I am always worried about birds now.
I've never
Damn
been to
Sully.
Screw Sully.
And why? Hey, and why does the TV options on a plane all have to be out of New York?
They are, yeah. The local TV channels are in New York. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it. I watch it. I watch the local New York news.
Do they still have the full Star?
See what's going on there?
See what happens in Rochester?
No, not like New York State, New York City. It's New York
Um,
City.
Do they still have the
That's
full
what New
Star Wars
Yorkers-
catalog on the United flights?
Whoa.
They've had that forever.
Whatever was the latest Star Wars movie,
They would.
it was like one of the top releases.
That was a go-to for little Matt. When Matt was smaller, he would watch Revenge of the Sith on your United flight from Chicago to Florida.
All right.
That was my go-to, and then I would watch Attack of the Clones.
Birds.
I know, love clones.
How do you get the job of deciding what entertainment options are
Yeah.
gonna be on the
Great
plane? From
question,
TV
Gary.
shows to movies?
Because you can't just put everything on.
No,
No.
and you also have to. Like, you can't all of a sudden be watching, nudity.
Do you think? Yeah.
True.
Do you think there are movies that
Let's
they
go
wanted-
watch Showgirls real quick.
Although if somebody next to me was watching it, I'd be like, "What's going on over here?" You know?
Like, do you think that there were movies that they wanted to have on the flight that they're like, nope, can't have that. Can't have substitute teacher.
Yeah, probably. Mostly PG-13
Or
stuff.
what is it? What is it? Role models? Can't have role models. Can't have bad teacher. Definitely can't do like 50 Shades of Grey on a flight or anything.
No, that would be
No.
Yeah, don't watch that on a flight.
diabolical, as the kids say.
I was reading up though. There is like people are getting onto the hacks of how to get free Wi-Fi. Like if on American it's T-Mobile. Like if you have T-Mobile, you might have a plan that gives you free Wi-Fi on the airline.
Yeah.
But there are like people out there that are figuring out the hacks of how to accept it, not accept it, then go in the back door to get free Wi-Fi.
Interesting.
See, I've only ever bought Wi-Fi on one flight, and that's when the Bears were playing the Browns. And I needed
anything longer than 2 hours, I'm probably doing it. I'm biting the bullet. I think on Southwest they like, because I have the card, I have the credit card, so I do it. It's like $8.95 or whatever for a flight.
Oh,
And
I
I think they refund it at the end. They
really?
just give it back. I'm like, all right, well, I'll do this every time. Or they don't, and I'm just like, all right, cool.
Do
I
they
get
do
like
that with-
I get 15 more rapid rewards points. That's
Did-
great.
Do they do that? Okay, wait. With your card, can you buy a full flight off of miles? Because I can't buy a full flight off of miles. I can
Well, it
only.
depends on how many points you have.
Well, I had 100,000 miles, and I wanted to buy my full flight from here to Chicago, and I wanted to buy a full flight from here to Vegas. But you can only use like 12,000 miles at a time.
Oh, I don't have that. No.
You have to you can only use it as discounts. I was like, this is BS.
Yeah, I mean, on Southwest, you could buy as much as you have.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have gotten that credit card.
Flying out of
Still
Omaha. I mean,
can.
there's Southwest flights out of Omaha.
I only need
everywhere.
one credit card. I'm good with one.
No, you know what? Go on a flight right now and have to go. I feel bad for you flight attendants who have to promote the credit card as they're going down the aisle.
Yeah.
Credit card.
I'll tell you right
Seriously,
now.
they do. They're really
1,000
pimping that thing.
Whoa.
Let me tell you, Jennifer Gardner got me. She told me all about the United Explorer card, and I was like, "Wow, isn't that the woman who owns a farm? She's incredible."
Happens to the best of
They
us.
don't bother us on the charters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they'll ask you what kind of snacks you want, what flavor Gatorade
What type of
you
snack-
like.
And then
This
you
is
won't
a-
take a picture.
When you guys are given the option of on a flight, what snack do you typically go with?
It's not usually an option.
Popcorner's very big.
Yeah.
Beef sticks,
I-
bags of pretzels.
I always go with the strudel. You know, the little caramel strudel, the
Oh.
waffle strudel.
The Southwest
waffle.
Southwest changed their thing. They're now like little graham crackers.
Yeah,
They're-
they don't have the peanuts.
It used to be
Sad.
like a nice snack mix.
Is it at least animal crackers?
It Yeah, it's kind of like it's graham crackers. It's small,
Well,
like
there's a difference
bear.
between graham crackers and animal crackers.
Okay, well then they're graham crackers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're graham crackers.
Well, the animal crackers taste different.
Yeah, but
Say
they're
something.
graham crackers.
That's probably why he keeps calling them graham crackers.
Yeah, they're graham crackers.
The waffle, which
I love the
was like
waffle.
unique to just flying.
Mhm.
Now you can get it in the stores.
Yeah.
I mean, it's lost its touch. United
agree.
had 3 options yesterday, and if you asked for all 3, they give you all 3.
Hell
And
yeah.
you know what else United was doing? They were giving you the full can.
of
Like
soda.
if you wanted soda or like apple juice, they were giving you the full can with ice.
I think that's like flight dependent on some of them. Sometimes they'll fill it up, they put the thing
Yeah.
in with the ice, and then they give you the rest of the
Yes.
can. Sometimes they don't, and I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. I just don't think they want trash.
United must be doing well.
United must be well. I mean, airlines are always doing pretty generally well, I would say.
They'll tell you they're not. So
They're
you gotta watch
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so they're kind of like Major League Baseball owners.
Yeah, but literally every flight is
Are the-
full, and
Are the books also closed on airplanes? Because they're closed on MLB teams.
What do you mean?
Like the books are closed. for
Oh
Major
no,
League
they're all
Baseball.
public.
Oh,
I think.
I think they're. I don't know. I was making a joke. That went over everybody's head. It was a bad joke. too.
Andrew says in January, Southwest will charge you $100 a year just to have the credit card.
Yeah, that's the new deal. Yeah,
I don't know what
So
mine.
no more assigned seating, $100 for the credit card.
It's really amazing. Yeah, I'm figuring out. I'm going through in my head right now, like because I've always been a check a bag guy because I usually
Yeah.
only fly direct anyway. But I'm trying to figure out now, like how can I pack it all into one carry on, and it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
My dad's like that too, but I can't. My dad will check everything, and he's just like walking naked in the airport.
It's
like,
great.
just
It's a
like-
great feeling. I hate
I-
having stuff.
I can't do. I have to have a backpack on.
Well, yeah, I have a backpack.
He just has nothing. He
So
just
he's raw
looks-
dogging it.
Yeah,
Mhm,
he's just
mhm.
straight up, just raw dogging.
Yep.
Just like like he's, going to McDonald's.
The only
or
reason I
whatever.
have my backpack is because I like to use my laptop on the plane, and
Ooh.
I've like
I've never been a laptop on a plane guy.
Hmm.
I've only ever been.
do you want the
phone.
big screen to watch on TV?
You know what? I just listen to Hamilton. I just
Okay.
I
Depends on
just-
how
I
long your
just-
flights
I
are.
just-
I guess.
well, that's the thing. The flights I only take are like short flights from Omaha to Chicago.
There you go.
I don't travel. Like the longest flight I will take this year is when I go from here to Vegas. And so
It's 3 hours.
that's gonna be tough.
And you got the time change.
Yeah,
That'll be really tough.
it's gonna be great. So when I leave, it'll be like 5:30 in the morning. When I get there, it'll be
It'll be
6:30 in the morning.
What are you gonna
Like,
do? You can't check into your hotel. at
Great
this point?
question. Great question. I don't know. I was thinking about going to the Raiders game, but that costs too much money. And so
Oh, you can walk in 10 minutes before the game kicks off and $5.
Yeah,
I'll
hold on.
probably
I heard
just-
you guys talking about that on the crossover the other day. I think if you wait,
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe I will.
Maybe go to a Vegas
I'll just
Aces game.
walk up and down the strip 1,000 times, something like that.
Take a picture by the Eiffel Tower.
Maybe I'll just take a bunch of selfies
Yeah,
that
why
day
not?
until I can
Do
check
that
into my
thing I
hotel
did with-
room.
I do that.
You know what though? So what you'll have to put up with is the Formula One race is the weekend before
Is it the weekend before or the weekend after? Did we figure that out,
because everything
Josh?
is shut down.
Yeah.
So,
The Formula One race, I believe, is November. I think it's the weekend before. It's the week before.
And-
Saturday, November 22nd
Yes.
is the
Okay.
Vegas.
Okay,
race.
so I'll be
So-
arriving the day.
So you'll have a little.
No,
bit
it's still a week. It's still a week after. No,
Week before.
no, it's a day after.
You're
the
very
23rd.
confused on when Thanksgiving
Yeah,
is.
when is Thanksgiving? Is it the 29th or is it?
27th.
Okay, there you go.
But
So
here's-
yes, I'll be arriving the day
Well,
after the
So-
Formula
so
One
the
race.
thing- so I was out there
Yikes.
last year, the week of it, and everything is shut down on the strip because they built the track.
Got to
and
build the
everything.
set.
And then you
yeah.
can't get anywhere near the
Ah,
Bellagio.
crap!
and
What
you
am
have
I?
a viewing area right in front of the Bellagio, so you can't stand.
Ugh.
Here's another.
Now I do have to
But
go to the
now-
Raiders game.
Now it being over, all that stuff, they start to take it down right away.
Okay,
But-
hopefully it's down by
but-
6:30 in the morning.
Well, I don't know because
You might be passing a bunch of Formula One people.
Well,
I'm gonna.
that
It's gonna be a zombie town
that
at McCarran.
dude, that race starts super late. That race starts at about 11 p.m.
Ugh.
Central Time.
F1.
Whoa, I mean, it's a big season that's happening right now. Lando Norris.
I
just
don't
won the-
care.
It's actually not.
He just. What do you mean?
The
You
whole
have-
thing is.
What do you mean
created
it's
by
a
some
big
Netflix
season?
show.
I mean, you got McLaren.
Aren't
the
they all
two-
big
The
seasons?
two McLarens are now facing off against each other. Even one they won the team title, but now they have their two drivers trying to win the individual
Yeah, the
title.
same
and
guy
they've-
wins every
Yeah.
week.
No,
Yeah, he
that's not
does.
true. That's not true.
And
But this
everybody
because-
coming
else.
MLB season, it's a big season.
That's okay. There are some
2026 is
there
a
are
big
some-
year.
I can't believe you turned
Hey.
me into Nick Grimm. Where now
You'll-
I'm defending
hey, you'll
F1.
get to
You know
see
what?
They're
Walk
making
right
right
into
in the A's ballpark.
You know what? I really don't give that big of a crap about F1 to defend it. You know what? You can just say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I really don't. I really don't.
So the qualifying is more exciting than the actual race because they passed.
Did you
So
see the
that's-
Netflix show?
You know what, Gary? You're probably right, man. You're probably. I got no skin in the game. I'm not gonna be like one of those losers who's like, actually. It's fine. It's something to watch when football isn't going on. It is. That's how I
You
take.
should watch Pluribus instead.
No, I will. That sounds dumb.
Okay.
What's the plot?
I don't.
It's one of those shows where they
it-
can't tell you.
Here's the thing.
I'll tell you what I know so far.
Here's the thing,
if you want me
Josh. I
to.
guarantee you that it's one of those things where it's sci-fi, but then like it's something to do with what you actually do in your everyday life.
Mhm.
You know,
Kind of. Yeah. So
that's what all the shows are nowadays. We're like, we're gonna make a sci-fi show, but we're gonna put it in a cubicle. You know,
kind of. The premise is the star of the show is Ray Seahorn from Better Call Saul.
oh, is he?
Kim Wexler.
He's the guy. Is he Saul?
It's a woman.
Okay.
Ray Seahorn is her name. No, so she's the star of the show, and there's some sort of event that happens where everyone in the world turns into the same person. They all get really, really happy, and there's no more like crime or anything like that. But for whatever reason, there's like 12 people on Earth who like didn't contract this virus, and Ray Seahorn is one of them.
So she's like, why are you all like peaceful? We should go back to being violent.
Not that second part, but
Okay.
she has a lot of questions.
You know, like
Yeah.
Rick and Morty did an episode like that where the dinosaurs came back to Earth and they solved all the problems.
Hell
and
yeah.
Earth was like peaceful and everything like that. And the people of Earth were like, this sucks. Like we want like controversy back, and we want like
That's kind of what Ray Seahorn is doing. She's like, what
Exactly.
the hell is going on? And the other people are like, I'm great. But they have a disease.
so they just taken a Rick and Morty episode and made it into a
Sure.
Sounds like it.
yeah, that's what it sounds
Does
like.
this make it more likely for you to watch?
Hell no,
Land-
absolutely not. I'd
Landman
rather
2 on
watch
Sunday sounds a lot easier.
I
to
ra-
follow.
I rather watch Paolo Banchero take on the Atlanta Hawks.
What the hell? I
Formula One?
wouldn't.
No.
Full question. What would you rather watch?
Okay.
Paulo Banchero versus the Hawks or Pluribus?
I'd rather watch Paolo Banchero. He's a really good basketball player.
I-
Man. He's going to be make a
Is
second
Paulo
All-Star team.
Banchero a former Duke Blue Devil or a current Formula One racer?
I thought it was an
I'm
F1
gonna be
driver's
honest
name.
with
I'll
you.
be
I'm
honest.
gonna be honest with you, Paulo. You can tell me, hey, Williams could sign Paulo Banchero to be their new driver, and people be like, all right, that sounds right. I mean, seriously.
Does.
I mean, he's like,
Wait, you don't
if
know
I-
who Paulo Banchero is?
have I
Oh yeah, I know. who this
have
guy
I
is
told
now.
you? Have I
He's
told
turning into he's got
Yeah, he's a good
paid
I
player.
made an
Yeah.
All-Star team
Yeah.
last year.
There was an article about whether or not he is plateauing last week.
Why did you
He's
say
only been
it?
in the
Why
NBA
is
for
his
a couple
second
years.
year?
Why did you
That-
say it?
I
like
thought
that?
it was a weird article too.
Why did you say plateauing?
Plateauing?
Because he says it with a French accent.
Yeah. Well, he is Paulo
plateau-
Banchero,
plateauing.
who's on Ferrari with Charles Leclerc. How many F1 drivers can you name?
One and only half of his name, Lando.
The guy you just said?
Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton.
Lando,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lando
I believe it's
Morris,
Sir Lewis
Lando
Hamilton.
Norris.
Uh, Hamilton,
Lewis.
Mr. Hamilton.
Mr. Hamilton.
That's it.
Fernando Alonso.
Never
You know
heard
that.
of him.
Okay.
That's a
He's one of-
made-up name for
No.
Formula
Sounds like a
One.
second baseman.
Okay.
Sounds like Pete's dad.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a Formula.
Are we sure it's not Roberto Alomar?
I'm gonna give you a Formula One
What about
racer.
Yadier Molina.
And you're gonna,
Sandy.
I'm gonna give you a Formula One racer, and you're gonna have to tell me, are they a tennis player, okay, or are they a Formula One racer?
Cool.
Lance Stroll,
Formula One.
okay. Nick Kyrgios.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
That's a tennis player.
Yeah, I don't know enough niche tennis players to do that game.
All right.
That was a bad bit.
Jim
Mark it on the board.
Courier.
I give you any second baseman throughout the history of time, and you have to tell me, what they did.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just they played second base.
They probably hit 250.
Omar
had a
Infante.
decent glove, had about 60 RBIs, and got on base about 340.
Unless it's Bo Bichette, who might play for the Royals next year. That'd be great.
Do you have a Whit
Everyone would
Merrifield
agree with
jersey?
that. I do not.
I want to buy a Whit Merrifield jersey.
Which team?
Kansas City, not Chicago.
Yeah,
or
do
Philly.
you find yourself
Or
just
Toronto.
agreeing in lockstep with Whit Merrifield?
Yes, I do. I do find
Interesting.
myself. I think
Interesting.
It didn't end well for him in Kansas City.
What
but-
happened? What happened?
Well, he didn't want to go to Canada during COVID
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
of a reason. And
Then got traded.
Then it got
to
traded.
Canada.
yeah.
That's great.
And that reason was void.
Kind of liked him in Omaha, but then once he left, people told stories
Was he a weird
Why do
guy?
they always tell the stories after? Why
I
did
know.
the media tell us
because he was like
during?
a super popular
hey,
player among the fans.
Josh,
Everybody loved Whit
Josh,
until
that's not-
COVID.
Josh, that's not your story to tell. All right.
Everybody loved Whit until COVID happened. Last hit in Rosenblatt Stadium.
Whoa.
Whit Merrifield.
What am I going to do today?
All right.
Find that.
All right, that's the crossover. Good luck.
I'll probably get another sushi boat.
Another one.
Yeah.
I like it.
2
Where'd you
days
go?
in a row.
Ajisa or Jasa or whatever on 78th and Dodge over there.
I heard
oh.
you found your bar.
Brazen Head.
That
A lot of wood.
that tracks.
So much wood.
That tracks.
There's so much wood. And then the
There's all
lady
way
I
in
met,
bar.
the bartender, she gave me a whole history of the bar and the fact that it was shipped from Ireland to there.
They had a good Reuben there.
Yeah, I have it. I was told the fish and chips are really good, but they got it. They got the harp, you know.
age into that.
Yeah, I actually did though. Was walking around the place. I think I'm gonna go to that Omaha Steaks store and buy some stuff up.
Should go to Chuck E. Cheese. It's right down the street.
Well, that's next to the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mhm.
I think I'm fine.
Okay. You
I
never know.
mean, the casino is like grown up Chuck E. Cheese. You know, if I want to go ahead and at least get the casino, I can make some money back. You know?
Do more people outside of Omaha invest and consume Omaha steaks than people that live in Omaha?
Yes.
I think that's probably
I
right.
don't think since I've lived in Omaha, I've had Omaha steaks. But when I was living in Florida, people would ship them to me.
Yeah.
But I never came back going, oh, I gotta go buy an Omaha steak.
They really nailed the branding. You know, Omaha Steaks. Who wouldn't want steaks from Omaha?
Mhm.
I
That
think I'm-
doesn't live in Omaha.
I think that's going to be my Christmas present to my father.
Of course, it's a great Christmas.
They have
gift.
well,
Please
let's see.
sponsor us.
They didn't because they used to have a kiosk at the airport.
Yes, they
Which,
did.
by the way, it's
yeah.
coming along well.
Hudson News.
They had a Omaha Steaks
Omaha
kiosk.
Steaks kiosk, yeah.
Hell yeah!
So people that were leaving town,
grab
you
some
could buy
steaks,
steaks on the way out.
just like with Garrett's popcorn in O'Hare
It pretty much is exactly like that.
and Nuts on Clark.
Yep.
Garrett's is way
But
better.
your airport's looking good.
Yeah, I'm fired up. We're ready to go.
So on the American side, it's not Cracky McGee's, but that bar is still open.
Yeah. So is the other one on the other side too. It's I think they renamed it or something like that. I gotta.
How you
Gotta-
treat the Omaha airport is how I treat Northwestern's new football stadium. I'm just chomping at the bit to get pictures. I sent my poor mother over there to take pictures for me.
What?
Yeah. I told her to drive out of her way to go and take some pictures.
What the hell?
Yeah, she's going tomorrow. She was like, it's 10 minutes away from my work. I'm like, but I need pictures for the show. And she's like, okay.
For
I'll
the
go."
show.
That's what I told her for the show. So she's heading over there tomorrow to take some pictures.
I look forward to seeing those pictures.
I can't wait, man. We were at the high school graduation for my sister at Northwestern, and I was like climbing the fence, like trying to look over to see what they were doing.
Wow. Next year, right?
I'm like, God, next year, man. It's gonna be
Are they play at
incredible."
Wrigley Field this weekend
Yeah,
Yeah.
against Michigan?
against
Is that
Michigan.
where
And
Big Noon is?
That's where the big noon is. Yeah.
Correct.
And then
Look
they're
at the two offerings. Michigan Northwestern is the 11. Penn State, Michigan State are the 2:30.
Yeah. And then
Hey!
Iowa USC is on BTN.
Yeah, Northwestern. Northwestern might have a shot in that game. I'm just saying Northwestern might have a shot in that game.
All right.
Well, as long
heard
as
it here first.
Michigan doesn't dress up a punter wearing 80, they'll be good.
I
There
don't
you
get
go.
me started.
Break the rules.
Hey, did you hear more about Lincoln Riley? Like the kid was wearing punter cleats.
Wow.
Like there was no giveaway.
He went full out.
Yes.
I respect that.
So I was watching the game and I was like, that's a stripe. I was like, that was a good throw. I was like, well, good for them. And then I found out later, and I'm very mad.
USC is back, baby. They're cheating. I mean, and
USC
they're winning.
hey.
They're cheating and winning.
USC versus Iowa is going to be hot. They do not like each other.
No. So what's the backstory there? Because
Kirk-
Lincoln Riley on this podcast was like, we've been looking forward to this game.
Kirk Ferentz, like a year and a half ago, well, when USC joined the league,
Yeah.
they were like, Kirk Ferentz was like, I don't know, some coaches come in here and they think like, they could have the best offense and the coolest offense in the world, but they don't care about defense. And so that was the first thing that I looked at when I got here
Gotcha.
25 years ago, defense. He was definitely talking about Lincoln Riley. So it could be some fun going on Saturday afternoon on the BTN. Exciting. All right, you guys have a good day. That's Crossover, powered by Every Level Concrete Repair in Omaha at everylevelconcrete.com. It is Tuesday. We'll start things off next.
It's the Connor Happer Show. Are we sure we want to do this?
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready?
It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620, The Zone.
All right, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It's the Connor Happer Show. You're on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. Connor Happer, Josh Odson with you. Blackhead says no round ball rock. It's like somebody doesn't even know that Creighton and Gonzaga play each other tonight.
It's a special theme song for a special night.
Yeah, and this isn't a special night. It's the number 5 rated thrill score on KenPom today, Josh.
I need a top 3 thrill score.
All right. So will you make that deal with me right now? If they have a top 3 game in college basketball, if any of our local teams have a top 3 game in college basketball, according to KenPom's thrill score, you will give me Round Ball Rock?
Deal.
Okay.
I'm actually shocked they weren't one today.
Can't believe they have Dayton and Cincinnati ahead of Creighton and Gonzaga tonight.
In-state rivalry on ESPN Plus.
Memphis and Ole Miss, Texas Tech and Illinois, and Kentucky and Louisville are the top 4 KenPom games today. Yes, it is Creighton basketball game day. We'll talk about it as we go on throughout the show tonight. Jays are like double-digit underdogs tonight at the Kennel. So we will let's see what KenPom thinks actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gonzaga says 86-76.
Okay.
86-76.
Respectable.
Gives Gonzaga an 83% chance to win tonight.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Josh says Seattle showdown, even though the game isn't even in Seattle.
That's right.
Perfect. Excellent.
If you have some alliteration to offer, please.
You could have gone Spokane.
Nobody knows where that is.
That's where it is. That's where the game is. Josh.
No, nobody knows where Spokane is.
Spokane showdown. It's alliteration. It has everything you need and it's accurate.
Yeah. All right, maybe I'll make that change.
No.
I'll consider making the change.
Keep it. It's funny now. Today on the show, Allan Bell will join coming up at 11:30. We'll talk NFL with him. Sam McKewon will bump back to Tuesday afternoon today. We'll talk to Sam at 1:00. That is the lineup powered by the Rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard. We'd like to hear from you all today, 402-951-1620 on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. You can call or text that number, tweet at Happer Show at Connor Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, email Connor or Josh O at 1620thezone.com on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox. And of course, we say good morning to the YouTube streamers today. How's everybody doing? John texts in.
Hi, John.
He says no Round Ball Rock until after the college football playoff national championship game. So he wants no Round Ball Rock for another 2+ months.
That feels like a long time.
Yeah. You just dip your toe in the water. Feast week is right around the corner, Josh.
Oh, best week of the year.
Some people say that. Some people say that Feast week is the best week of the year. NFL reaction, overreaction coming up today at 12:30. We'll see what the writers are clamoring about. And Josh's bottom 5 of something coming up today.
Got a couple things percolating, a couple things that grind my gears.
Is Peyton Manning going to pop up on the bottom 5 of something?
I was trying very hard to leave him off because I know those of you that don't have YouTube TV don't care about this story.
You tossed Peyton Manning an F word last night.
Yeah, because
Twitter.
bleep him.
Wow, that is strong.
I'm not some athletic trainer that you can just shove the cheeks into my face, Peyton. People forget about that story. Look it up. Google it.
I don't know about that one.
He's not a good person, that Peyton Manning.
Whoa.
But yeah, bleep Omaha Productions.
Okay. They had Bob Iger on last night and
they talked about his very casual hoodie.
Very topical things. Very, very topical things.
Except the reason he was on the show.
Except for the topic. All right, elsewhere. Today, like I said, we'll get into that Creighton and Gonzaga game tonight. Big game for the Jays.
What do they war in Washington?
People were duped on social media yesterday when there was a tweet about Nebraska hanging a crown banner inside Pinnacle Bank Arena.
I need the details on this. We'll get to it. I know.
I can't wait to talk about this.
All I know is like 6 months ago, Troy Dannon said we're not doing a crown banner.
They're not. They're not.
So I don't know where all of this is coming from. But I'm excited to learn.
This is called rage bait, and it didn't serve its intended purpose, I don't think, yesterday. So yeah, we can dive into that. What's going on at LSU now? They didn't officially fire Brian Kelly, and now they're gonna try and fire him for cause. There's a lot of lawyering going on for Brian Kelly and LSU.
They didn't fire him.
I don't know. that seems like a bit of a messy situation.
Then he no showed
Matt
and should
Rhule
be fired.
says he's got everything he needs.
Oh, good.
He's got everything. I don't know. The press conference hit me in a certain way yesterday. We'll talk about that throughout the show. Like we said, and then we have to talk about Emmett Johnson today because we never really got to that yesterday. Dude is killing it. He's going ham.
Heisman Trophy.
Maybe. Just maybe. From Husker Alex, wondering how many timeouts Creighton will use. There are some times where I think that Greg McDermott is a little he's a little lax on the he likes his guys to play through it a little bit too much sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, hey, look, you need to pull him aside. We need to stop this momentum. We need to stop this run right now. Sometimes it happens, but he's instead of taking a timeout, he always goes, let's just go. Let's just push. Let's just push. Let's just push.
I'm letting you know I'm not going to call a timeout.
We could talk about timeout usage for the Blue Jays if it is an issue tonight. Remember, the only reason we talk about timeout usage is if it's an issue. Then it becomes a topic, which I thought we were all on board with, but apparently, not.
When you make your cute little memes and you think you're funny.
Yeah, that's the lesson here. Never do a graphic. Never do a graphic. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We will start things up. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Monday Night Football game last night. I certainly didn't, and it didn't sound like anybody who actually watched it.
I was really mad
either.
at dinner. I was like, honey, I'm actually mad about this. And she said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. And then the game got to halftime without anyone having done anything. And I said, honey, I no longer feel mad.
Did you at least get your $20?
I did over the weekend. I signed up for that. So
Congrats.
Thanks. Even though an article today makes it sound like it's your fault,
If,
YouTube TV.
If only Bob Iger would have gone on television at some point in the last 24 hours and pleaded his case or explained the reasoning behind all this and maybe had some opportunities for some questions from some disgruntled customers.
Maybe just one singular softball question
maybe
from
just
a Manning brother.
An acknowledgement
Uh-huh.
or anything like that. Apparently that did not happen.
It did not.
But I wouldn't know because I couldn't see it. Maybe that was the thing. Nobody with YouTube TV is watching this anyway. So why do we need to pander to that audience? You ever think about that, Josh? Maybe that was the thing.
Why not try and get aggregated and make your clip go viral?
That could have worked. Mm-hmm. All right. We will be back. Happy you're with us on a Tuesday on the Counter Happer Show on 1620 The Zone. As it says on your screen, if you're watching along with us on YouTube today,
Which you should be.
Creighton and Gonzaga at 9 o'clock tonight. 9 o'clock tonight. Whoa. And 1620 The Zone is a great place because it will have the game and you will be able to access it.
Not everyone else can say that.
Put that back up, Josh.
Yeah, sure.
So 7 o'clock shoot around,
That's right.
8:30 pregame for a likely, I mean, you know, when it's 9 o'clock, it's like at least 9:07.
Little slide.
Probably
going
looking
on.
at 9:15 or something like that. So that is tonight. You could hear it on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg. And that is, of course, even if you have YouTube TV, you do have access to the game. So I'll be sitting on my couch in my basement tonight, unless some very, very unlikely thing happens and I get YouTube TV back. I'll be sitting listening to John Bishop tonight, screaming on my couch at 9 o'clock.
Big game like this for Creighton, you want the homer call.
Absolutely, you do. What else am I going to do?
Go
Nothing.
out and watch the game with no sound.
I'm not
No,
going to do that.
no.
I'm not going to do that. Some
Listen
people are watching it at bars.
Who's
Go
doing,
to the
who's doing
bar.
game?
Go to the bar. Be social, America. That's what
Is this
Debo says.
Is this a Dave Pash game?
I don't know. I don't even know where you would find that information. Actually, I
Rob
know where you
Anderson's
would find
game
it.
notes.
Rob Anderson's game notes.
They've been done for weeks.
Yeah, they have been actually. Creighton basketball heads to Gonzaga. It will be with Dave Fleming and Sean Farnham if you have access to ESPN.
Those guys sound like losers.
Whoa, they're not. They're cool.
I don't know.
I'm cool with those
I think
guys.
John Bishop's cooler.
Yeah, John Bishop's definitely cooler. So you should listen to 1620 The Zone or 1019 The Keg. Well, like I said, we'll talk about them a little bit later on. But yeah, so I mentioned this before. This is a tweet yesterday from Scott Hughes. Scott Hughes
Okay.
goes
not
by
Scott Wolf.
at Scott Hughes CBB on Twitter. So this is it's kind of a burner. It's kind of just like it's kind of just a fake. It's mostly just a fake Twitter account, right? It's very popular in the college basketball community. Okay. And so what they like to do is they like to say that, things are happening or things will be happening or things have happened that might enrage people, right? It's called rage bait. So what happened here was that fake Scott tweeted out. I don't even think Scott's a real person. I don't know what that headshot is. It's probably just some sort of stock photo.
I mean, it says formerly of SI Now and 24/7 Sports.
Yeah.
You can't make that
Just look at the other tweets. News. And Scott was the only person who had this, right? So maybe your alarm should be going off. News. Nebraska will unveil a banner for their 2025 college basketball crown title on December 7th when they host Creighton at Pinnacle Bank Arena per release, which there was no release, right? So that should have been tip-off number one. If it was a release, then you would have heard it from any and all of our local media members who would have tweeted out the release. It would have been from Seamus. That did not happen. This is fake, right? And so the goal of this tweet was to, like I said, enrage people. What? This is funny. This is hilarious. What is going on here? Why would they do such a thing? Really? They're going to do a crown banner and they're going to have a big ceremony against their biggest rival. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Or I'm mad at this. That's why it's designed. So in the comments, in the reactions and the responses to this quote unquote news,
I am reading the reply.
what do you see in there, Josh?
I'm seeing a lot of "Is this real?" First of all, that's the overarching.
That's a
theme.
good thing. That's a good thing. People asking the right questions.
Embarrassing, pathetic if true. Eat bleep, Creighton.
Okay. So that's a little bit more of the angle that I saw yesterday when I saw this for the first time. It's like, yeah, screw you, Creighton. You guys don't have any crown championships. And then people were honking for Nebraska basketball in the comments. Look at this. Look at this. This is a perfect time to do this. And I just had my hand firmly firmly. I was just like this. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Face palm. He's doing a face palm
Oh,
right now.
oh no. Oh no. So this did not. I don't know if it served its intended purpose, and then people believed it.
Oh, but Connor, this isn't the only story Scott has broken this week.
Oh, really? What else is Scott working on?
Breaking Kentucky head coach Mock Pope. That's right, Connor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Has been selected.
Mock Pope.
Has been selected
My
for
dear
jury
friend.
duty and is expected to miss the team's game against
I want to kill
Louisville.
myself, jump in the cold and die of frostbite.
He's got selected for jury duty.
Jury duty.
That's a good tweet.
Associate head coach Alvin
Because they
Brooks
play
III
Louisville tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
The game before Creighton Gonzaga.
So people believe this. And even worse, people were excited about it. Now, like, I guess it brings up a real life, question. Would it be a good, should they do a crown banner, which they're not, by the way. Troy Dannon already said they're not going to do it. Well, should they do a crown banner? And if you think they should do a crown banner, would the right time to be the crown banner unveiling be for the Creighton game? I would think that you would want to do the crown banner as quietly as you could possibly do it if you were going to do it. I don't think it's a good idea to do it anyway, but I think there is some varying there is a varying array of what people think crown championships mean. I always thought that people understood the sarcasm of like I think it's funny that they're like that the Nebraska basketball fans and honks are like, try winning a basketball game in April. I think it's hilarious. Dead serious. Keep doing that bit. It's really funny because it's grade A rage bait stuff. Obviously, Creighton never been to a Final Four, never won a basketball game in it. Maybe there was like the CBI one time. I mean, they did win a couple games of the CBI. I don't know if it went all the way to April that year, but that's the point. I think that's funny. I think we should keep that bit going. I think that's hilarious. But but I don't think they were ever going to do the I don't think they were ever going to do the crown banner. And like I said, I think there's a wide array of what people interpret a crown. Like, are you proud of the crown banner? Are you proud of the crown? You're proud of winning the tournament that you were placed in. That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's
you
a good
want
thing.
to you want to win all the games you're scheduled to play. Yes.
Yeah.
Connor, Creighton lost game 3 of the 2011 CBI finals on April 1st, 2011.
Wow. So they really have never won one in April, unless there's something else that I'm just missing.
Yeah.
They really have never won a game in April. God, Antoine Young stepping on that fake line.
Blame
Oregon. Blame Oregon in
I
their
always
fake
do.
court. Damn Big Ten. Matt says this show talked more about the fake crown banner tweet than the actual crown game. That's true. I believe we didn't acknowledge the crown for
half a show, 2/3 of a show.
Half a show. And yeah, maybe you want to talk about rage bait. That was big time stuff.
That swung around and not funny at all.
Okay, so just so we're all clear on this, there will be no crown banner.
No banner.
And they will not be unveiling it for the Creighton game.
Nebraska fans this now.
I am happy that Nebraska basketball fans have been exposed to like the burner. Like
they're going to need to know this stuff this year.
Yeah, it's important because they're in it. Like, right? They're going to be in the NCAA tournament conversation. You got to get your game right. You got to understand what you're dealing with here. It's shark infested waters.
New bracketology dropped this morning. Nebraska first 4 out.
Whoa. So they're in it.
So disrespect from Lenardi.
But would you rather be on the bubble and lose in the first game, or would you rather be in the crown? A conversation I cannot wait to have in February. Cannot wait. John writes in.
Hi, John.
We have already talked about a banner for winning a third-rate tournament too much. No, I just wanted to. This is a news item. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that was not going to happen. Also from the 402.
Hi, 402.
Who's going to the bar until 11:30 on a Tuesday? Hey, people do that.
Yeah.
It definitely won't be me.
There won't be me either.
I will probably stay at my house. I'm definitely not going all the way across town to watch the basketball game. But
you want to? That's fine. You do it. You
That's
should
on you.
support these
I'm
businesses.
old.
Yeah.
I'm old. We got a radio show to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a late night too because I'm going to be at in Lincoln. You know, I'm not going to get home until 11.
Women
Tomorrow. Exactly. All right. We'll be back. Let's talk about what Matt Rhule had to say yesterday. He's got everything he needs. Everything. Nebraska's going to be aggressive in the portal this offseason. They're going to get some dudes.
He'll never ask you for another thing again.
He'll never say anything about it. Don't put it on the internet that he'll ask for anything ever again. So we will talk about that when we return on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone. But first, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties are all back. And however you would like to get on the action, you could do it on Underdog right now in Nebraska. This season, you can make team picks and player picks. Just download the app, sign up, and you'll get $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Using Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite team will win or if your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Plus, with Underdog's quick payouts, you'll get your profits fast. So download the app today and use promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Player picks and team picks all on Underdog. Crypto.com predictions powered by Underdog Predict. Trading derivatives involve risk and may not be appropriate for all. For more information, visit nadex.com/rules and underdogfantasy.com/rules. For crypto.com predictions, the term pick refers to a product traded on CDNA. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-good-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Apologize for not mentioning it before, but it is Veterans Day. Of course, we, from the bottom of our hearts, thank all of the vets out there who have served our great country. And this day and every other day are for you, but this day we like to highlight it. Of course, the nation's military members are certainly appreciated by the Connor Happer Show. Don't put it on the internet that we don't support the troops.
Thank you, veterans, each and every one of you, for allowing us to do this stupid radio show.
Seriously, I bet people wouldn't serve the country as much if they thought about it that way. They'd
No,
be
you mean if I go over there and do that?
Do I really want to defend this?
This is what I'm defending.
I really want to defend these idiots' ability to talk about nonsense on the radio. But it's not specifically for us. It's for the idea that you could let two idiots on the radio and they could say things that are sometimes witty and funny, but other times dumb and stupid.
They're not all winners.
No, they're not. But you don't know unless they have the ability to do so. And that's why we have our troops.
That's right.
Thank you, troops. They're really good at doing stuff like that, Josh.
Really cleaned that up, didn't we?
Well, if I didn't mention anything, then what would I be?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I
can't just have it on my little banner announcement here on the YouTube stream.
No, not at all.
That's not enough.
Not at all. Travis says, I think we would all lay down our lives for Grunt the Slate.
Okay, yeah, it does depend on what segment you're playing for our beloved troops.
Yeah, if you want Grunt the Slate, you could thank our troops for that. You could thank all the veterans in the nation's military for that. Thank you for defending Grunt the Slate.
Mm-hmm.
And Odd News and all the segments that people like.
It's really what they're doing.
All the times that we ignore Nebraska basketball, they're like, I guess we still have to do it.
Yes.
I guess we still have to do it. All the times we're talking about Creighton basketball, they're like, I guess we still have to do it. Anyway, thank you. All right. Matt Rhule yesterday. So the whole press conference ended up being, I don't have any clips because it was kind of just Matt Rhule honking, which is great. Like he is, it's a bye-week press conference. There's no like super pressing matters right now outside of like, hey, what's, why did it look that way, with Latif? And I think we got to that and he wasn't going to say anything else other than, yeah, I just think he did a nice job and we gave him a lot and he executed it all and all that stuff. But the press conference ended up being about, it started, the impetus of the conversation was surrounding Emmett Johnson and how, hey, he's one of the best backs in the country right now. And he took 4 minutes and listed off all of the things that he's done this season. And then the dismount was sort of, well, Emmett's got a decision to make. Is he going to go pro? He didn't say, is he going to go in the transfer portal? But obviously that would be an option for him. And then is he going to stay at Nebraska? And here are all the reasons why he should stay at Nebraska. Chiefly, we have everything we need now. I can't thank the Peds enough for really stepping up to the plate here. We go back to a couple of weeks ago when Matt Rhule's name kept coming up for the Penn State job, and he was sort of he was given the platform to say, okay, well, if you are going to stay here, what would you like to see? What would you like to see happen? He said, I'd like to see us be unabashed. I'd like to see us be unashamed of the fact that we are going to spend money and we're going to show people that we do so.
Hell yeah.
And we saw that yesterday at Matt Rhule's press conference. He talked about it over and over again, whether it be with retaining his current players like Emmett Johnson or like TJ Latif. He mentioned that with him. He's like, hey, I'm sure TJ's getting calls. And then at one point he said, trust me, every single person is getting calls. Every single person.
I was a little surprised by the media's
a media critique.
Naivete of how do you know they're all getting calls. They're all getting calls.
I think what we were looking for there, I say we as a media, was like him to name names. And that was never going to happen. But
that makes more sense. You're right.
Yeah. So it was like, it's not as simple as they just get DMs from people, even though I think sometimes it probably is, but they go covert operations, and all these guys, the main guys have agents and people that they can reach out through. So there's some back channeling and all that stuff going on as well. And then he talked about how they're going to be in the portal and they're going to be looking for all of the best. He said, I want the best players to be here at Nebraska, and we have the resources to sort of like attract them. And so it sounds like, number one, I think the main takeaway from all of that stuff yesterday was Matt Rhule seemingly has gotten the guarantees or the investment that he so craved. From a monetary standpoint, I still think he has probably some work to do on the getting everybody to think that this is a good idea and this is the way we do it. And I think you just saw him yesterday, like totally dive headfirst into those waters, because it didn't necessarily hit me. It didn't hit me right yesterday. I gotta be honest with you. It did not hit me right yesterday. He was like, listen, we're going to be a place that spends the money. We're going to be in conversation for the best players. And we want you to come here because you're going to be, I'm paraphrasing all of this, but you're going to be treated really well and we're going to take care of you. And so if you're Emmett Johnson and you have a decision to make, come to me. First of all, ask what you think I should do. And it sounds like Rhule would tell him, hey, I'm not so sure he shouldn't go to the NFL right now. But if you want to come back here, awesome. Great. We'd love to have you. And we're going to make it worth your time. We're gonna make it worth your time as far as the money is concerned. And the same thing with Dylan Raiola, and the same thing with TJ Lateef and all that stuff. So it sounds like he's gotten what he desired on that front, which is obviously an awesome thing for Nebraska. They need to invest at that level. And then at a certain point it sort of becomes like a chicken or the egg thing. What comes first? Do you have the winning? And so I understand why people get, because I think I'm with him. Dogs are barking. I can understand why people get a little bit, squeamish, I guess, because here's my thing. When they went into the portal last year, they were telling everybody, and they knew that Nebraska was looking for tackles, right? They went after a tackle, didn't get the guy who ended up at Oregon, and then the transfer from Nevada ended up at Oregon. I think his name was World. And then I think there was another tackle that they went after, and then they finally got to Elijah Pritchett, right? So in that specific situation, the money and that they had earmarked for that position, which was a lot, I'm sure it was competitive with Oregon. I'm sure it was competitive with everybody else in who was going after the top tackle in the transfer portal last year. Was it enough to actually get the player, right? And why was that? I don't know. I don't know what his decision-making process looked like. But I imagine if the money is the same at Oregon versus Nebraska, you're probably just more likely to pick Oregon at this. If everything is the same. Everything is the same. You like the coaches a lot. You like each of the places a lot. You could see yourself in either place, whatever it might be. You're going to be guaranteed a starting spot wherever you go if you're that type of player. And then it just comes down to a choice, Oregon versus Nebraska. Where do you want to go? Well, I would think that you would want to go to the place where there's a surer bet at winning. There's a surer bet at winning, and there's a surer bet of you being developed into an NFL player with examples. Tackles, Penei Sewell, whatever it might be, any tackle from Oregon or any NFL guy from Oregon. It's not just Oregon versus Nebraska. It's everybody versus Nebraska. So if the money's the same, the money's the same. And I think the money probably was the same last year. So my rub with it is I wish that I could tell you with any sort of certainty that when Nebraska is doubled and tripled down as they appear to be on the investment standpoint, that they'd win. I wish I could tell you with certainty that that was going to happen. Why can't I tell you that? Because I'm not sure, and I think there's a lot of people out there who might agree with this. I'm not sure about the football yet under Matt Rhule. I'm not sure about the football yet. I think that they have, I think that they have made, have they gotten the best out of this particular roster? I don't know. That'll be an end of the season conversation. Did they get the most out of it? If they go 8-4, maybe. If they go 9-3, definitely. If they go 7-5, I don't know. Did they get the best out of this roster? Did they use all of these players to the best versions of whatever they're capable of? I don't know that I would be able to say that with Dylan Raiola right now. I don't know that Dylan Raiola would say that right now. So they have to figure out a plan for him, as I talked about a little bit yesterday when we talked about the Teefies. Are they capable of winning? Do we have is there a floor seemingly established at Nebraska? Is there a foundation established at Nebraska? Yes. Is that a tremendous step up from what it's been over the last handful of years? 100%. Absolutely. But once again, I don't know if I'm not certain that if they get the best players they possibly can, if they win the transfer portal again and put all these guys around, that they will win the games that they're supposed to win. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And mostly it just comes down to a football thing. Will they design an offense and a defense that plays to the talent and the type of team that you have? Will they continue to botch things in close game situations? Is there some game management stuff there that needs to be taken a look at? So the lens that I view this through is, well, I want that stuff to all be taken care of before we go to the next level. And I could absolutely see it the other way too. I could absolutely see it the other way. And the other way is, well, if we get the best players, then we just don't have to worry about that stuff as much because you're expanding your margin for error and things like that. But like I said, I wish I could tell you with any sort of certainty that if they got the best players, they'd win. And, this comes down to who are the best players? Where do you play them at? And are there's when you evaluate after the portal run comes through in January, where you're at and what your team is going to look like, and then what your schedule looks like and all that stuff. It's an evolving sort of ongoing process. But I 100% totally understand where Matt Rhule's coming from, because his thing has been like, we want to show people how great this place is. And my thing is, I would rather show them like with the football stuff rather than attract in the like, oh, well, we're just going to pay you more than anybody else. Like the stuff that they have going, like when you go and play football at Ohio State versus anywhere else in the Big Ten, basically outside of like Oregon, I suppose, you go play football at Ohio State, you're like, yeah, I know I could probably get paid the most money. I'm going to make really good money because they got a great situation there. But I know that I'm probably going to be the best version of myself. And I know I'm probably going to go to the NFL. And I know that we're going to be in the college football playoff, and we're probably going to have a chance to win a national championship. Almost for sure. So that's the level that they are striving to get to. And like I said, there's not enough proof of performance there, but you have to do it at some point. So it's a really sort of confusing thing. The other thing is when you say this, I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on, and it says, okay, well, we better not be, we better win the portal then. We better get all the best players. We better get some of the best players in the country in the portal this year. We better do everything right. And damn right, when it comes to 2026, you better win. Right? Like if they have this significantly increased investment in the program, we all agree Nebraska's investment as a football program right now is fine. But with that, there comes like these challenges, and you're going to be in these close games, and you're just in this margin for error spot where it's just not very big, right? So the expectation next year, if they go out, spend a boatload of money, and have this increased investment into the football program in Nebraska, the expectation is that it doesn't feel like this next year. Because given week by week, we host the shows every day on the show. What is it like going through a football season? Even in a 7-3 season, it just feels like, whoa, kind of up and down.
Yeah.
It can't, if you're going big, it can't really be like that. Every team goes through that type of stuff, but you're aiming to grow your margin for error. And if they do that, then it can't look like it has for the last 3 years. So it also raises expectations significantly. If you go out and you get some of the best players out of the transfer portal, and you're spending all the money, and you're saying, hey, come here, whatever, like, all right, you better win, like, and win big, because that means if you don't, the next coach is going to come in here and have the same opportunities to do it. So it's about what you do with it, right?
Got to get the talent evaluations right. You got to get,
yeah. And that's why I say,
hit.
like, I would just rather do the football. I would just rather know the situation that you're going into from a football perspective first, and then say, okay, now we really know what we want. First of all, we have an identity, and we could just recruit players that fit that. And then we'll have there will be no stone left unturned as far as the money is concerned. We can get the best players, but we could get the best players that fit us and that are us. It's not just getting the best players to get the best players, right? I want to see a little bit more of an identity first. That's all.
And as D'Lo says,
What's up? What's up, homies? What's up, Eric? Sorry, I haven't looked at the chat since I've been I've been yapping for the last 20 minutes.
Could be a better team next year and still go 8-4. You got a real bear of a schedule next year.
Isn't everybody always says that in November?
Well, I mean, you're gonna play 3 Big Ten playoff teams next year.
Okay.
As opposed to,
yeah, but I don't know how those teams are going to be.
I mean, I bet Ohio State's going to be pretty good.
Who you playing next year, Jeff?
I bet Oregon's going to be pretty good.
What's the schedule?
I bet Indiana's going to be pretty good forever. It will never fall off.
What's the schedule?
Why did I type Oregon schedule? That's not what I want.
I think this is a totally separate thing, but we always do this every single
Oh, yeah.
Last
absolutely.
year on November 11th, we're like, oh my God, Nebraska's schedule next year is going to be ooh.
Indiana, Ohio State, at Oregon. You got Washington coming here.
Yep.
You're at Iowa. Ever heard of Iowa?
I have.
Now, the non-con leaves a little something to be desired.
But like
in terms of sexiness,
if you're getting this type of investment, and so I'm not saying the schedule's easy. I just think we probably overdo it with that sometimes. But the expectation is that you win those games now. So like D'Lo said, you could be better next year and go 8-4. No, you can't. Sorry, you actually have to win them now.
Okay,
that's where I'm at. Like I think in year 4 with increased investment and no stone left unturned and all that stuff, like there's no like, oh well, they were better this year, but they just had a really, really hard schedule. You're supposed to be better than those teams. You're investing more than them, right? That's what everybody wants.
I would like to be there. I'm not there.
I'm not either, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's that, and I think that's what he is. That's the point that I don't know if he's talking about the winning part of it necessarily, but he is talking about the investment part of it. And if I don't know where that would put Nebraska, and I don't even know exactly what that functionally looks like, as far as the but he said it yesterday. He's like, look, we have everything we need now. We will never want for anything, and I will never complain. Right? Okay. Good. Win. I like I said, I just wish I was more sure that if they got the best players, they would win. I'm just not sure because I'm not 100% sold on the football part yet. I'm sold on everything else. They've raised the floor. They have a great culture. Like they have all of these, Nebraska as a place and to sell and all those things. Like I just wish when they played on Saturdays that I wasn't constantly in, this.
What's going to happen next?
Right.
So instead of chasing 3 next year, you think the documentary should be called Winning Time: The Rise of the Huskers Dynasty.
Sure. Make that a documentary.
Okay.
And don't cancel it after 2 seasons.
That's right.
It's pretty good. Anything else on YouTube or anything else that we should hit here? I haven't looked at the comments yet.
Got some Timberwolves in the chat.
What?
People talking T-Wolves. People
No, they're
love
not.
this league, Connor.
No. We're not talking about the Timberwolves. Is there any non-Timberwolves comments, Josh?
Oh, the chat does their own thing, and we love them for that.
So you're saying no.
Travis says need to have proof of concept.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it needs to be like, I don't know. I hate to keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I can't tell you with any sort of certainty that they're gonna be good if they have better players. You know what I mean? Like, is that fair? Or because
Yes,
I could totally see it the other way, where it's like, hey, no, this is really, really simple. Because some people look at it in those terms. They're like, this is really simple. I know what Nebraska needs to win. They need better players. And Matt Rhule saying, okay, well, we have the opportunity to go get better players and retain our roster because that we think is pretty good right now, and then add and add and add. And that will get us across that finish line.
They need to be better, more consistent week in, week out. They need to be able to blow a team out.
Yeah.
And remove the egg from the equation.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's tied up in game management stuff there. How conservative / aggressive are you? And I still don't think there's a clear-cut identity on offense. I think when you go, when you go to a place and they've been winning for a long time, that's just one of the things that they clearly have. They have an identity. I shouldn't say on offense. They have an identity for their football team. If Nebraska's identity for their football team is going to be, well, we're just going to play really, really good defense and we're just going to try and, find a way on offense, then fine. But I don't know that that's the right way to go. Right. So I thought there was a lot in there yesterday. But once again, I'm not mad at Matt Rhule for saying it. It just didn't exactly hit me right yesterday. We'll take a quick time out here. Allan Bell will join us on the other side. We'll talk NFL with him. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I don't know how you took that stuff yesterday, but that was my takeaway. There's Pedro.
Hi, Pedro.
Says, hi, guys. Just turned on the radio, and you guys are talking about culture or a certain way of playing. Isn't that the athletic director's job, picking out the best coach for the identity that you want to have? No, I think it's the coach's job. You hire the coach who would have an idea of who has a vision, right? Not specifically what vision. I don't care what they do. I don't care how they do it.
Right.
Just that they know what they're doing. Right. Now I know that matters to some people, what they do and how they do it. I don't personally care. I just want them to have a vision. And it just feels like it's been a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And to Rhule's credit, like maybe that's just because they haven't had the players yet. Maybe it's possible. Well, if you got the players, or if you got the ability to get the players, and then you get the players, then it better show, right? So I think there comes an increased expectation with that. John writes in,
hi, John.
If I were moderating the chat, I would throw your ass out if you were talking about the Timberwolves.
Whoa. No, they're free to talk about whatever they want.
I did not know there was any Timberwolves chat.
They're
I mean, what would they possibly be talking about with the Timberwolves?
who could tell?
Okay. Here's Greg in Myrtle Beach.
Hi, Greg in Myrtle Beach.
No worries in 2026, boys. Middle school rule will lead college football in trust, engagement, culture, alignment, and wins. And wins given away by crap coaching, not wins.
Oh, no.
That's what Greg in Myrtle Beach says. All right, we'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Allan Bell, the AB3 on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Oh, what a week it was in the NFL. And by what a week it was, I mean crap showcase games as usual. We're joined now by Allan Bell, driving the line on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. AB, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, my friend. Doing fantastic. And you're right. Across the NFL, it appears that players are tired a little bit. This season's wearing on. These games have been pretty bad so far.
So I had a big thing on Friday after watching the Thursday night game. And like, admittedly, some of it is just the teams that we're playing and the way that they're set up. But you could pretty much prepare for a offensive snooze fest, or I'm sorry, a defensive snooze fest in these Thursday night games. I don't know what can be done about this, because I don't think we're putting the cat back in that bag as far as like having a Thursday night game. But my goodness, we've had some awful products, and I think in no small part because it's on short rest and all the things in between.
Yeah, we deal with creatures of habit, in sports, right? And you throw that off by just a little bit. One day is big for them. Now you're talking about 3 days. That's massive, man. I mean, you really only have, a day and a half of actual good practice because you can't beat yourself up going into it. We're not going full pads Thursday morning, So it's tough, man. But you're right. That toothpaste is not going back in that tube.
Nope.
It's too much money.
At the same time, maybe there's a definite betting angle here, and just taking unders or first half unders, especially on Thursday night. I imagine that's been a nice little deal.
Oh, it's been very nice. And I'll tell you this, the Eagles are now figuring out ways to win games where they don't even do anything offensively. So just unders across the board, man. Like it's incredible how these Eagles games go because they choke the life out of a game and out of other teams. And I don't say that negatively. It is one heck of a strategy, and it works. They're a different breed,
So what you're saying is if you have like a mental block of betting unders, you need to get over it and just think about, the profits you could be making?
Absolutely. Always think of the financial reward. That's what you want to
do. Yeah, well, we had enough. So we were bookended the weekend with 10-7 games on each side. Last night was it was a big game, a big matchup, I guess, and a momentum shifting game, like that type of deal. It meant a lot at the top. We didn't get a lot in terms of the product. And I would think, like you said, most of that is just because of the Eagles and somewhat because of the Packers too. What do you think of them, the Packers right now? And like, do you trust them? I suppose that's the question.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. I think you asked a great question, and I trust where they're going. All right, they might not be there right now, but this team is good. And the fact they lost last night, yeah, obviously. But again, the Philadelphia Eagles are pretty darn good, right? And all the natural resource advantages that Green Bay has, cold, outdoor, Philly's just fine with that too. So it just doesn't work for them. But I think Green Bay is getting more consistent by the week. And if they could have the offense clicking, that defense is legit. They just got to be able to get this about 25 to 27 points a week, and then look out, man. This team can go. So, yeah, I trust them. I trust where they're going. I like Matt LaFleur. He's a smart guy, good coach. But they got to get there. They're not there yet.
We've talked a few times on these interviews about the Patriots, and they are now, as you look at the standings, they're 8-2. They're a game and a half in front of Buffalo, who's something is wrong with them. Maybe we could talk about that in a second as well. Then you look around, you take this a step further with the rest of the ACC. There's Indy, Denver, Denver Chargers, Kansas City thing, whatever happens with that division. Are the New England Patriots, are they really going to end up back in the AFC Championship game this year? Is this happening right now?
It's almost like Mike Vrabel knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I know you're a Vrabel honk, so that's why I asked.
Oh. Big time. I love him, man. Like, I saw him do it in Nashville. He did this exact same thing, man. And it doesn't take long for him to get there either. And the reason being is that people believe in him, man. Mike Vrabel is an awesome dude, right? Like, he'll have a smart aleck response to you, but he's one of the guys, and he's a former player, and he gets it, man. He knows when to press, and he knows when not to, and he knows when players need a little time away, right? So it's just, it works, man, and he knows ball. So, and he owns the Bills, which is the weird thing. Like, he's been doing that since Tennessee too. So he's already got the one win over them, and who knows what that was against Miami. The AFC West, yeah, the Chiefs are obviously going to be in it. The Denver Broncos are getting better by the week as well. They're kind of like the Packers of the AFC, right? Once they get it, they're going to be there. It's going to be fun because Indy's right there too. Like you just said, we've got a lot of teams that are going to be fighting. This is going to be a fun race to the end.
And the thing that the Patriots have, and maybe this is a weird thing to say out loud, it's definitely a weird thing for me to admit. I mean, they have their quarterback for sure. And there's, all the other contenders in the AFC, you could look at them. And if they don't have that, you're just like, I don't know. I think we could kind of not cross them off, but at least you trust them less. The Patriots, plus Drake May in the position, whether it be the position that they put him in or the fact that he's just playing really well, which he is. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league statistically right now. I mean, that has to be a team you trust right now.
Oh, big time, big time. You know who he reminds me of? A young Ryan Tannehill.
I knew you were going to say Ryan Tannehill. Yes.
Like, it's just like it, man. Like, he's just dominating, right? And here's the other thing, too. And check me. I don't know how fully accurate I am on this, but
Okay.
I believe New England coming into next season is one of the top teams, if not the top, in salary cap money, right?
It would make sense. They haven't really done anything the last few years. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Yeah, been kind of dead over there. Yeah, so not only do we trust them now, they're going to get better, man. And like you said, they don't have to go search and draft for a quarterback or waste the time and resources trying to get the young guy to be the guy. They've got that. So that's another huge advantage. Everything's going well in New England.
Let's go over to the NFC side. Are the Seahawks not? Maybe we talked about them last week. Are they getting enough love here for what they've done? I mean, I still like, if you look at the teams in that division, the NFC West, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm getting from the Rams. I think they might be one of the best teams in the NFL that just nobody talks about. But then you look at the standings and the Seahawks are right next to them. They've won 4 games in a row. And then we have an excellent game between those two teams this weekend. We have a great slate this weekend, by the way. But where are you at with the Seahawks, who might be quietly putting together? I mean, it's kind of a Patriots-like season, right? Really, really good defense and steady, solid quarterback play. What do we do with them right now?
Yeah, look, you believe in them. I agree with you, man. Like, they're not getting enough love, but that's by design, by this coaching staff, right? Like, you get a lot of that Harbaugh, in you, but you got your own guy too. And they play excellent defense. They're getting better at running the football. Sam Darnold's obviously crushing it. He's an MVP candidate, man. And you talk about that NFC West. If I had a vote for MVP right now, look, Jonathan Taylor, I believe, would deserve it. But Matthew Stafford.
Going Stafford.
Dude,
yep.
Oh, I love him. Like, I love everything about Stafford, man. This guy's got a bad back. He's out here like, give me the ball. I'm good. Yeah, I couldn't practice all week. Like, dude, he's just dad out here, right? Like, just handling business.
The Rams, Allan, are like the team where, as long as the record checks out and as long as Stafford is the quarterback, and both of those things are true at the moment. They're 7-2, and Matt Stafford is playing like an MVP candidate. Like, I don't even really have to think about him. They could lose a game or two down the stretch, and I'm like, yeah, they're still going to probably, be knocking down the door of Philly in January or something like that. Like, I have this inherent trust with them, with McVay and the quarterback and just them as a franchise.
100%. I think you just nailed it right there. They're going to be that team that you were just talking about the playoffs. When we look up and it's January and it's cold, they're going to be that one team that is out playing in like -5. You're like, the Rams have no chance. The Rams are going to win this game. Like Sean McVay is just awesome, man. He's just such a good coach. He's such a smart guy. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're fun to watch. What they did to the 49ers was just destruction, man. They're a really good football team.
It's been I mean, like, they do it quietly because it's out west, but man, they are a really, really solid football team. We haven't checked up on this in a couple weeks. Is there anything going on that we should know about in Tennessee Titan Town? Is anything at all?
Well, coming off the big bye week, all right, you got the Titans ready to get after it. This is when dig deep. No. New stadium, that's coming along.
Perfect.
Everybody's fired up about that. Yep. Got the new stadium coming along. I'll tell you this: next year is going to be the last year in, the only stadium the Titans have ever played in. That's been theirs, right? They played in Vanderbilt for a year in Memphis, but it's going to be weird that the team probably is not going to be that good, and it's going to be like that, saying goodbye to the stadium and all that, and when the team moves, while the team is terrible. So I don't know how that's going to go, but no updates.
Perfect. Excellent. I didn't think there would be, but I figured we'd check in no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, AB. Appreciate you as always, my friend. Great to talk, and we'll do it again next week.
Look forward to it, boys. Y'all be good, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Allan Bell driving the line. I just figured I'd ask. I haven't heard a peep out of there in a while.
I appreciate you asking the question. As a Tennessee Titans fan, I would like to know what's going down. Boots on the ground reporting there.
Is this a good spot for like a rebrand for them? If only they had a little bit more juice. Like, if they had a quarterback that they really, really liked. What's the vibe on Cam, Josh?
So I haven't
Still no?
I haven't really watched them play much this year because I don't have like
Yeah.
Sunday Ticket or things
Yeah.
like that. But I
They're
mean,
not on
like
television.
the Dan Orlovskis and Mina Kimes of the world tell me I have a quarterback. I look
Okay.
I look at the box score each week and I don't see it.
All right, so
but-
maybe people are excited about it. Like maybe this is a good spot for you're getting a new stadium. Maybe just what would you like to call the Titans, Josh?
Oh wow, I've always enjoyed their logo, nickname.
They do have
uniforms.
They give great colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can keep them. I mean, they do rebrands all the time.
Yeah. What's Tennessee known for?
Whiskey.
Jelly Roll. The Tennessee,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I mean, like you do
The
like
Tennessee Taylors.
rock music or country music or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Morgan
Music,
Wallen.
yeah.
Chairs throwing off of balconies.
The Tennessee Chairs.
The Tennessee Chairs. Now that is a team. I would buy that. Nick Grimm would buy that shirt.
Go Chairs.
Go Chairs. All right. Let's take a quick break. We will be back. Josh has the odd news on the other side on 1620 The Zone.
The Connor Happer Show. Follow us on Twitter @Happer Show for all the latest news and views. We may even say something interesting once in a while.
Unlikely.
Really, guys?
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
Host Coffee stands as the vibrant heart of every break room, offering the unique fusion of traditional quality and modern flair. We're not just your coffee provider, we're the center of memorable workplace moments. Call Host Coffee today.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
For game-changing pizza, head to Backlot Pizza and Kitchen in Elkhorn for Detroit-style pizza, smash burgers, and shareables. Have old-fashioned cocktails and unbeatable happy hour deals. Enjoy a gorgeous patio and Sunday brunch where kids eat free. Backlot Pizza and Kitchen, where great food and good times meet.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, the odd news with Odd Son. Odd news, Odd Son. See what we did there? The odd news with Oddson.
All right, Josh, it is time for the odd news. I've been waiting all day for an odd news.
Waiting all day for the odd news.
Hey, Jack, it's a fact that and then the rest of it's,
The same every week.
the same every week.
Except that half a line that she gets $1 million to record.
Every once in a while, they have to like squeeze it in because the syllables don't work right with the fit of the song. They do it pretty seamlessly. Like it sounds like it's recorded every week. It sounds like they do it every week, but no, they just say let's see what it is this week. Let's Sunday Night Football. By the way, not to step all over the toes of we're going to talk about an NFL reaction, overreaction later too, but the slate is going to need grunting this week because it's good.
Finally, last 3 slates have been
Sunday Night Football is Lions, Eagles. Lions and the Eagles in a Sunday showdown.
Detroit and Philadelphia Sunday showdown.
Yep, you got it. All right, what do we got today?
Well, funny we're talking about the NFL because this story comes to us from the NFL.
I love the NFL.
Mike McD, the Miami Dolphins head coach, still for some reason.
Hey, they beat the Bills, bro. Many people are beating the Bills these days.
Yeah, big yikes there. He hasn't had much to troll anyone over this season, but after beating those Bills, he reportedly drove to a bar.
Who's that guy?
That's allegedly.
No, who's the guy in the foreground?
This is a Bills fan.
Okay.
Mike McD drove by a Bills bar where they kind of congregate. This was the Elbow Room, a bar where Bills fans congregate when Buffalo is in town.
Yeah.
Mike McD drove by the bar and trolled the fans. If you're watching along with us on YouTube, you can see a man who, boy, that sure looks a lot like Mike McD in his car.
What if it's definitely him? What if he was just driving home? He happened to go by Elbow Room.
Well, that is what he said was happening. While speaking to the media yesterday, McDaniel was asked whether that was indeed him passing by the Elbow Room to troll Bills fans, and he said, "That's why I like the good old days. This is a quote, by the way. The throwbacks of yore, where you could trust the internet and the images, because that is pretty detailed. I do live in that area, but I mean, AI, right?"
Okay, so he knows that he's lying. So
yeah,
this is kind of a good move. This is kind of funny.
He was then pressed on that answer he gave.
Oh God!
And he said, "I mean, I live in that area. AI is real. That's what I got for you." He responded.
I live in that area, and AI is real. Got it.
So that definitely happened.
Yeah, he definitely did that. And I will say he does have the look to him like he is either in the process of saying something at this exact moment.
He looks like he's shouting something out the window.
Like
Absolutely.
you don't have your arm hanging half out the window and facing that direction unless you're engaging with something. So it does appear that he is trolling, which is fine, by the way. He can.
I guess he can.
He's a fun guy.
I would like some decorum, but I understand it's 2025.
Oh, come on. It's Miami, Josh.
Well,
these Bill fans are psychos. They're jumping through tables. They're burning things. They deserve to be trolled.
Not Sunday.
No, not Sunday.
We go to...
Where are we going, Josh?
I don't know where this is at. I'm sorry. Video captures a hilarious moment.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Well, I don't have the video. Get a call to the Walmart. Somebody said, "Hey, police, you need to come down to the Walmart. There's a suspicious looking person in this parking lot."
Okay.
Officers arrived.
Wouldn't be the first time.
At the Walmart this was November 7th, responding to a call of a male with a cowboy hat riding a whitish bull up and down the parking lot.
That is suspicious.
The officers arrived to find, and it has famous in quotes, famous Gus, the rodeo bull, and his rider. The police officer then asked if he could ride Gus and get some photos on top. So I think the police officer made the right call, but
what did the police officer do?
he said, "Hey, can I get on top of that bull and ride it and take some pictures?"
Okay.
And the cowboy who was the suspicious person in the parking lot was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Okay. And there was no crime, or there was no
crime, no crime,
no arrest made or anything like that.
Somebody just said, "Hey, there's a weirdo in the parking lot," and that weirdo happened to be a cowboy riding a bull up and down the parking lot.
Now, interestingly, I do feel like where this is happening is actually an important detail to the story.
Walmart.
No. Like what town?
Oh,
you know,
okay.
because I think that tells us a little bit. Now, this is not against you, but just like if I'm just saying, like, if you told me it was in, I don't know. If you told me it was in Denver, I would say, I don't know, man. What's going on in Denver? But if you told me this is in like somewhere in Oklahoma, I'd be like,
Oklahoma.
I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, it just says City of Alliance,
Nebraska.
Now I grabbed this from an international news service.
Well,
I guess
worldwide.
it could be.
I'm sure there's many other alliances.
I would almost guarantee it.
Many other alliances. Okay.
Famous Gus.
That no repercussions for the cop for jumping on the bull or anything like that?
No.
Okay. What a story.
Alliance, Ohio.
Alliance, Ohio.
Oh, nope. TBD. I don't know.
All right. Alliance TBD.
Y'all work on it, internet. Finally, the ever twisting and turning saga of Kim Kardashian trying to pass the California bar exam.
Wait, what?
She's trying to be a legitimate lawyer. You know, during COVID, she got all those people out of jail.
No,
by
I don't
looking
know
up.
that. I don't know that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Well, let's back up. Kim Kardashian during COVID had her head in a book and dug up numerous laws that got several people out of jail and got presidential pardons for people based on
what?
So she said, wow, that was great for my career. People thought the girl from that video, is smart. So I'm going to try and pass the bar exam and become a lawyer.
Nobody knows her from the video anymore, Josh. That was a long time ago.
Real ones, remember? Anyway.
They do, but everyone is 12 years old now. They don't know her
true.
from the video.
They know her from
exactly.
and Hulu.
Exactly.
But she has failed the bar exam a couple times previously, which is understandable. People fail the bar. That's fine. But Kim Kardashian is fuming after flunking the California bar exam this most recent time because it turns out she went to 4 psychics and they all said she'd pass. The lawyer in training dropped a glam-filled TikTok montage from her mom's 70th birthday party, but in one snippet, she was venting on the phone that 4 psychics were, quote, full of bleep because every single one told her she'd pass the bar.
Did she study?
I'm going to guess so.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to study and then go to the psychics. It's another thing to just go to the psychics and they tell you that you're going to pass,
like,
and then you just go. This. All right, yeah.
Kim dreaded the results of the bar exam Friday night. She wanted to break the news to her fans over the weekend. She says it's back to studying for her as she sadly did not pass. She's branding the psychics pathological liars and telling her friends never to trust them again.
I wish her good luck. She's got lawyers in her family.
Or had.
She's got lawyer blood.
She's got lawyer blood.
Yes, that's sort of what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's
maybe
where
this isn't so crazy after all.
Maybe that's where her love of law comes from.
Maybe she does the next OJ case.
That would be incredible.
Oh, that now E would be back as a network.
You want the trial of the century? You have Kim Kardashian on one side.
Yep. That is who will be the famous athlete to don't speculate. Don't speculate. Who's the next OJ? 402-951-1620. All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
That is the odd news. The noon hour is coming up. Nebraska has put out some things about Emmett Johnson. They're touting Emmett Johnson. We should talk about Emmett Johnson. We like him. He's good.
He's very good.
We'll do that after this on 1620 The Zone. But first, a word from our friends from Underdog fantasy. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, they're all back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in the state of Nebraska. It's very easy. You pick your players, you go higher or lower on their individual stat categories, and bang, it's as simple as that. So I'm actually going to look at some college basketball tonight. Now, who is Jay Dix? Jay Dix of the Creighton Blue Jays? 1.5 3-pointers made. Higher or lower. That is one of many options for you on Underdog tonight. So take a look. Whatever you might see that you enjoy, I'm telling you, you're going to like it all. Head to Underdog right now. And when you download the app, use promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code HAPPER1620. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
My journey began 30 plus years ago, starting in accounts receivable and working my way up to CEO. Today, I lead over 180 employee owners, each committed to delivering excellence. At Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, our service technicians don't work on quotas. They work on trust, ensuring your comfort comes first. We're proud to be locally and employee owned with a culture built on honesty and integrity. Our commitment to the community remains strong through our apprenticeship program. It's just part of
the way we do the things we do. StandardAC.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
He has the latest sports news, expert analysis, award-winning commentary, and a pocket full of cabbage. you give us an indication why? Just in case there's a sauerkraut emergency.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Got a YouTube comment from LL Hank.
Hi, LL Hank.
Even when Josh says good normally, I have trouble believing him. Yeah.
I mean,
You
yeah,
did that to yourself.
that was a bit that really got away from me, and
Good.
now I can't say the word good without even myself. Like, what do
You
I
don't
mean?
believe yourself.
Yeah.
Words aren't real anymore from Josh Johnson, but especially the word good. A couple reminders for you. First of all, 4-quarter pick'em is open for this week. If you are a 1620 the email subscriber, it was open yesterday. So get those picks in right now. And remember, the earlier you do it, the better chance you have to win a prize. You get a prize at the end of the week. What was that, Gus Johnson? Touchdown! Wow! Sorry. Touchdown. Wow. And we have the playoff or bust 15K sweepstakes on 1620 The Zone. Get entered right now, 1620thezone.com. That'd be really be something if it was a $15 sweepstakes. That would be funny.
Good bit.
That would be kind of funny if we did it.
You were just like, hey, times are tough. We're only giving away $15 this time.
That would be awesome.
Or do you?
How many people do you think we could get to enter if we were giving away like a $10 bill?
So
it's like we'll give you a $10 bill.
Do you think it would catch more people's attention? And some of these contests we do become white noise to people. But
yeah, right.
If we were doing something truly different and only giving away
$10, but it's not a gift card. It's not a check.
Cash.
It's a $10 bill.
It's a tenner.
It's a nice $10 bill too. Hard to come by.
Yeah, crisp, not all wrinkly.
I mean, we'll go to the bank. How many people do you think we can get to enter? Like, if I said, I'm not saying this. If I said, if you're the 100th person to text in and say the code word money.
Again, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Do you think we can get 100 people to text in and say the word money?
It's
and
still
then they
free
come
money.
get their $10 if they're the 100th person. It's $10 bill.
Still free. Still
It
free
is.
money.
It
Still
is.
$10 more than you had when you woke up this morning.
Now, this is a good idea from Platcat. Maybe we should do this.
Thank you, Platcat.
We should go hide a $10 bill in town somewhere and get clicks. People do that on TikTok all the time.
Do be doing that.
They do that all the time. That's a good idea. I do love a scavenger hunt.
They do that with like tickets. Like, hey, I got front row tickets to Red Hot Chili Peppers or whoever's in town. I put them in this book.
I put them
but you
underneath
gotta
the
find
trash
it.
can.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's like wherever you think this is, you just come get them. I always feel weird. Like I have tickets sometimes that I could give away, and I always feel weird about saying like, "Hey, just DM me." I'll say, but
you don't want that.
No, but it's so easy though. You can just transfer the tickets to whatever email.
Yeah.
I really should do that more because I have tickets sometimes to things.
This audience is pretty casual.
They are.
Very chill.
Those are people.
They
Would you do a Connor Happer show scavenger hunt?
Ooh.
If we just put random things around town and we put it together for you at the end, you get maybe $10 in cash. Would you do it? Would you do a Connor Happer show scavenger?
I mean, it would all have to be contained in like the same park, right? I'm not driving to multiple locations for $10.
You're not? What if we forced you to take the streetcar? Whenever it's built in 2028.
Hey, this is Mary Ewing. We're trying to get people to ride the streetcar. Participation's a little low.
Mr. Mayor, we would do that for you. We would do that for you. We would put something at like, one of the places in Blackstone, and then we would say you have to get on the streetcar.
Get on the streetcar. The next clue is at the Chai.
The next clue is all the way downtown or something like that. It'll only take you a half hour to get there with stops. That's why the streetcar rocks. We can put one at the airport. Josh, love going to the airport.
You definitely want people at the airport who aren't flying anywhere digging around.
Yeah, The FAA or the people at the airport association would love that. Tommy texts into the show. He says,
Hi,
money.
Yeah, sure.
Just gotta try.
Yeah, sure.
Of course you do.
We get it. We've
course
been
you do.
there.
Like Ed says, plot twist, the entire scavenger hunt is just trying to cross Farnham Street. It's all right. Well, I don't know. We got ideas. Don't ever say we didn't have ideas. Do we always execute the ideas? No. Do we ever do any of our ideas? No, probably not.
1620, the TikTok house.
Here's an email from Andy.
Hi, Andy.
On the Equitable Bank Zone inbox. Subject line, Gus Johnson, wow soundbite. Every time you guys play that cut, you mean this one? He says, all I hear is Mario from Mario 64 falling off a cliff. Thanks, Andy in Omaha. Oh, wait, you mean this? It's the first thing I thought of, too. It's the first thing I thought
I
of,
read
too.
an article this week. Well, let me backtrack.
I read an article.
I read a headline.
I read a headline this week.
There is a sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie.
There was a movie?
There was a movie, an
Okay.
animated movie. Chris Pratt was Mario. Does that shock you? And there's a sequel coming out for it, and they're going to put out a trailer this week. And the talk of the trailer was, hey, Mario is going to say wow in this movie. And I said, I didn't know people were clamoring for this.
Did he not say it in the last movie?
He did not.
And people were bothered by that?
I don't know if they were bothered by it, but
Wait, Chris Pratt played Mario the plumber?
that's right.
When did that happen? Was it a live action?
No, it was a cartoon. It was
Okay.
like CGI animated. It's pretty good.
Really?
It's on Peacock.
Really? Who else was in there?
I keep wanting to call him Ryan Day. Charlie Day was Luigi.
Got it.
Jack Black was Bowser.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
But he didn't do a voice. It's just Seth
He's
Rogen. Yes.
Oh man. Okay, cool. And there's going to be a sequel to this.
There is, yes.
Excellent. I more so like the games than any of the movies, but you do you, Hollywood.
Yeah.
This is like the Kool-Aid movie that they made in that one show.
The studio?
The studio, yeah. All right, let's talk about Emmett Johnson here for a second. So a couple hours ago, Nebraska put out actually this is at 10 o'clock. Yeah, so a couple hours ago is accurate. Nebraska put out a clip of Emmett Johnson and his touchdowns, one of his touchdown celebrations from Saturday night at UCLA when he did the Heisman pose.
Did you see that? Everybody?
I did see
a bunch
that.
of people helped him do it.
That was cool. I'll say this about EJ. He's got great sellies, as the kids say. He's definitely up to snuff on the TikTok dances. He 100% knows what's going on. I think he's pretty active on TikTok. I see his TikToks a lot.
Okay.
And then so Nebraska put that video out with an hourglass, like they were waiting. Something like that. Then an hour ago, Nebraska said, putting the nation on notice, Emmett Johnson has earned National Player of the Week honors. That's right. Emmett Johnson is your Maxwell Award National Player of the Week for his 28 carry, 129 yard, 3 catch, 103 yard, 3 touchdown, all purpose performance on Saturday night.
Nobody in the Big's ever done that.
UCLA. Yeah, he's one of the first backs to. He was the first back to ever do it, right, at Nebraska. And like you said, in the Big Ten, it's pretty astounding stuff. And I want to talk about it here because I didn't feel like we gave it enough attention yesterday because we were too busy talking about TFEs and stuff like that, which deservedly so. But what? And we did get a call. Oh yeah, Michael called in. He said, "Oh yeah, people are saying that people in the streets are saying that Connor Happer hates Emmett Johnson."
That's right.
Which is definitively not true. It's not true. And so we sit here and we should probably evaluate his end of season award candidacy. if that's the thing that people care about. I personally don't that much. I think what he's been for Nebraska this year has been a revelation and a saving grace, I think, for Nebraska's offense at a lot of times this year. Not that they're devoid of weapons or anything like that, but just, what they weren't able to create behind him in the preseason, or what they kind of tried. They said, oh, well, we got Mekhi Nelson and we got Quentin Ives and we got Isaiah Mosey. Never really came to fruition. I think in part because those players are just young, and then also in part because Emmett just proved over the stretch now of 10 games that he can carry whatever is put on his shoulders.
He has 14 touchdown wows.
14 touchdown wows. All right, so keep this in mind before we're going to preface all this with this. He has played one more game than most running backs. Not all, but most. Nebraska has a bye this weekend. There will be a lot of running backs that catch up to him sort of statistically this week. Josh just very rudely hung up on one of our callers. Sad. He's like, yeah, I'll be right with you. Then he just hung up on him. Don't worry, I've done that before. So keep that. Now they're calling back. Keep that in mind when we say the stats. So he is third in the nation in carries right now. And keep in mind what he does in the passing game as well. He's got 203 carries this entire year. He is second in the nation in rushing. And he's got 11 touchdowns, which there's very few above him at this point. Although it is funny that Kawan Lacey, a one-time Nebraska commit, currently leads the nation in rushing touchdowns at this moment with 16, two clear of Georgia Tech's Haynes King.
You mean touchdown wows?
I'm sorry, I mean touchdown wow. Sorry, I got to really get in the habit of calling them touchdown wows. I apologize. So, as it stands statistically right now, he is the best running back in the Big Ten Conference.
Power 4.
I think he is probably one of the, which if you would have told me this before the year, I would have said you're an insane person and you are drinking way too much Kool-Aid and I need you to take some pills.
Because you hate it.
No, not because I hate him, because I just didn't think that he had a ceiling like that. If you would have told me before the season that Emmett Johnson, at whatever stage of the year, but especially in mid-November, that he is a top 10 running back in the country, I would have said, all right, that's enough. You're high. Please go take a nap. Sleep it off.
Give me the rest so I can get rid of it.
Yep, I'll definitely dispose of it properly. We'll have it destroyed. I would have just called you crazy. And he is, I think, probably one of those players right now. I don't think it's as definitive as other people are like, oh yeah, look at him. It's not only statistics that these people look at, and it's, keep in mind once again that there's going to be a lot of backs who catch up with him this weekend that are in action in college football. But make no mistake about it. He's going to be on first team All Big Ten this year. He'll have a really, really, really strong argument for Big Ten running back of the year. I think it'll be him, and then Justice Haynes will be right in that conversation. Then probably Jonah Coleman as well. Jonah Coleman not quite as gaudy in the rushing yards category at this point, because I believe he missed a game or two, and he only had 2 yards against Wisconsin, so that kind of killed him. But whether you like it or not, when you talk about these postseason awards, the preseason stuff kind of matters. The where you're at from a perception standpoint kind of matters. Maybe it should, maybe it shouldn't. But, I don't think that Emmett Johnson will find himself on any stages in New York in December. I don't.
Seems unlikely.
Should he? I still think probably not. But would you be surprised if he picked up a top 5 voter or two somewhere along the line? Like if he just showed up on the ballot?
Oh, no, I guess I wouldn't.
I don't think I would either.
I mean, we got a couple people here.
We got a couple people here. There's a lot of voters. So you have to put him, in order for him to end up on anybody's ballot, in order for him to end up on the total list, you have to get a first, second, or third place vote. Is anyone saying that Emmett Johnson is the third best player in college football this year?
I don't know that anyone outside of Memorial Stadium.
I'm
is
saying anyone,
that.
period.
Anyone?
Anyone, period. Anyone with a Heisman vote.
Okay.
Any reputable source.
No. Many callers to Big Red Overreaction this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
They said he's the third best player in the nation.
Well, they said he was the first best player in the nation.
He's not the first best player in the nation, but he's really good.
That was the talk of BROR.
I just don't want people to get bent out of
not
shape.
The quarterback.
I don't want people to get bent out of shape when he does it and show up here. Okay.
They've lost 3 games.
This is fun, and I think Nebraska can absolutely fire up the PR machine to get his name out there. But I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's probably not going to happen.
I believe Michael Severe did a mini mock running back draft and had Emmett 9th today.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I take Michael Severe. He has a Heisman vote.
He has a Heisman vote.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. So, by the way, the 10th place Heisman finisher last year was Syracuse quarterback Kyle McCord.
Oh, interesting.
Another one-time. Did he ever commit to Nebraska? There was there was a 1 week period where he was actually committed to Nebraska, or he went on a visit.
Yeah,
and then they got dialogue.
It was they thought it was a musical chair situation. They were like, "Oh crap!
Yeah.
I guess we got to go get Kyle McCord."
So he got 7 third place votes last year and 1 second place vote, and he ended up 10th on the list. Every other person on the list got at least 1 first place vote. There was one person who voted for Shedeur Sanders to win the Heisman last year.
Hello.
Yep.
That's a vote that you've taken away from Travis Hunter.
So once again, you want to talk about what the PR machine can do? That's it. Right? And I just don't think Emmett has the proper name cachet to really get there at this point.
They should absolutely make a bunch of graphics, a bunch of videos, a bunch of
100%.
They should do it.
Know about this man.
It will
make t-shirts, whatever you got to do.
It will bear no fruit, but it gets his name out there. It gets your name out there. Why not do it?
Mitchell Engraving, our dear friends.
I'm Mitchell Engraving.
What a hat, by the way.
What a hat.
Is Connor trying to derail our Johnson for Heisman campaign? No, I'm not. I say do it.
Okay.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying do it. We need the PR machine. He needs the PR machine to work. I'm just telling you the likely result. Your efforts will be futile. That's what I'm saying. But that's no reason to not do it. Just because you're not going to win the national championship doesn't mean you shouldn't try, Josh.
Also, if we're going to do it, that's what we should call it.
What? The Johnson Heisman campaign?
The Johnson Heisman campaign, yes.
Is this like that scene, all those scenes in Austin Powers?
Yes.
My God, look at that, Johnson. Somebody should grab that clip and put it out there and get some clicks on that.
Have you seen our Johnson?
Andrew writes in on Twitter.
Andrew?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what
is
kind
this
of
the Andrew of phone call fame?
I don't know. People are freaking out about that. Emmett won't be a part of the Heisman, but he should be up for the Doak Walker. Yeah. Like that. Anything you got to do. I mean, do the PR campaign.
Yeah.
Do it. Say Emmett for Doak Walker. While you're at it, just say Emmett for Heisman. It'll work the same way, I think. Let's go to the phones. Our Casino Zone hotline. Our dear friend Random Mike is here, who was rudely hung up on before by Josh. Hello, Mike.
That's right.
How did you know that?
I could see what's happening with my eyes. And Josh did the thing, was like, what did I just do? And then he sat there and waited for you to call back. So you're very welcome on this show.
I appreciate that. And I thought I reacted pretty quickly.
You did. You called right back right away.
And I'm proud of myself there. But listen, last year, and we all do the comps, is comp short for comparison? I've never
I think
known that for sure.
in this case, yes.
Last year I had a comp when Emmett was showing his greatness. And look, that 100 yards rushing and receiving, he easily could have done that in maybe the biggest game in years against Wisconsin. If they'd thrown him a couple more passes, which they could have at the end, because they couldn't stop him at all. And that was just so impressive. But I made the comp with Abdullah, and you could barely contain your laughter. I mean, you thought that was just way out of line. Now, he is better this year, but he was really good last year. Do you remember who did we beat on the road earlier? There weren't many. Was it Purdue?
Yes. They beat Purdue on the road last year, yeah.
I knew it was an Indiana team. It wasn't Indiana. I'm pretty sure of that.
Definitely wasn't them.
And I don't think he played much at all in the first half. Remember, he was number 2 behind Dowdell, who's now number 2 at Kentucky. And Emmett played in the second half, and he was fantastic. And his yards per carry for much of the first 2/3 of the year, that's the first 2/3 before he played a lot, was way above anybody else. He's a super talented guy, but he's definitely gotten better, bigger, stronger, faster. And it made me think of Barkley. And you know what Barkley said about his second or third year at Penn State? He said the conditioning and weightlifting program there made him so much better, bigger, stronger, faster. And I think that's true for Emmett, but I don't think he was ever really slow. But nobody talks about his speed. If you look it up, I think they say 4.45. Is that possible?
Well, I thought that's what it's certainly possible. I don't know, but I thought when they got him as a recruit, I kind of thought that's what he was going to be, because they weren't sure kind of what to do with him at first, because he was sort of a small, like scatty type of back, and they didn't really. So I thought his one quality was speed, but he is like totally rounded into form completely, to his credit.
I don't know if he was ever easy for one guy to bring him down. And he's talked about that he said total confidence in ability to be one person. Boy, what did Dana say after one of the games? 10 human beings he defeated. I couldn't tackle him or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, props to you for the job you did the women's basketball game. And let me tell you something. Every assist but one you acknowledge. But here's the thing: the men, and I love this guy, a ranked mass, a triple double. How often do we see that around here?
Not very often. I mean, it's like it's only happened like a couple times in the last multiple decades.
And when was the last time it happened to a guy over 6'8"?
Now that is even more rare. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, it's usually a point guard.
And your counterpart with the men, I don't think gave credit to any of those assists, and he maybe won the whole game. And I wanted to strangle the guy because there were a lot of good assists. The Nebraska men are a good passing team, and but Matt is fantastic. And if you watch him, kind of like when you watch Kalkbrenner, he's setting screens all the time. And how many screens did Kalkbrenner? I mean, it was a big part of their offense, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, screen and rolling all the time.
But how did they get ranked Matt to come back like his 7th year? Because he could be a pro in his home country and make a lot of money. I mean, he's a sensational all-around player, and we've never seen him healthy. Remember that clown that busted his nose before he even started, and then he had hurt his leg? And maybe he's as close to healthy as he's been, but boy, what a great player on the team. And Hoiberg's been talking about him, forever, about how important it is to have him back.
No doubt. He will be, they will go however far Rick Bass takes him this year. That's my takeaway.
But how about the freshman from Lincoln? The redshirt freshman. Have you seen much of him?
No, not much at all. No, I don't think anybody's seen much of him at all.
He's an athlete. He's been there like their leading scorer coming off the bench, and the dude can play. And for a comp, I was thinking Piatkowski as his redshirt freshman year. I mean, Piatkowski was a great athlete, and you can laugh, but they're very excited about this kid.
Thanks, Mike. Good to hear from you.
Take care, man.
All right. Still sad that Mike doesn't come up to me at the women's basketball games. He stays anonymous. It seems like he goes every time.
Just say hi to my man.
Yeah, just say, come down and say hello. I'm not doing anything. Even if it looks like I'm doing something, I'm not doing anything.
You're just reading from a card, right?
Kind of. It's a computer screen.
Okay, but you're not
during the game, it's super active and I can't do it. But before the game, I'm just like walking around. I get there early and don't do anything. Talk to people, yuck it up. Whatever it might be.
Get your shots up? You getting shots up?
No, I haven't shot anything. I only shot a little bit at the Creighton game a little bit last week.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got to get that thing going. Get the thing going a little bit. So a lot of ideas coming in for the Emma Johnson for Heisman t-shirts.
Okay.
You know, we got, let's see, we got this one from Steve.
Hi, Steve.
In the words of Gus, that Johnson is a big wow. Wow. We didn't get, we probably are not, well, we're definitely not going to get, well, I shouldn't say definitely because I guess I don't know, but we're not going to get Gus Johnson calling any Emmett Johnson games this year.
Sad.
Right? Nebraska hasn't been on Big Noon, have they?
I don't remember them being there this season, but
Nebraska
it's been
has
a long season.
It has been. Why can I remember things that happened like 6 weeks ago? All right, so no Cincinnati, no Akron, no Houston Christian, no Michigan, no Michigan State, no Maryland, no Minnesota, no, they have not. They have not been on Big Noon this year. But they still might be for Penn State because nobody knows what time that game will happen. Michael says you could get some Big Johnson shirts made up.
Remember in the night,
Big Emmett Johnson.
Are you old enough to remember the buck naked shirts and the co-ed naked shirts?
Oh, yeah, I am.
That were for some reason popular in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what this has the vibe.
Vulgarity on t-shirts has never been more back than right now. I see people walking around with crap on their t-shirts all the time.
F words.
Oh yeah.
My wife received a lewd t-shirt at a wedding.
What was it about?
It was about the wearer of the shirt enjoying the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yikes! Dear God, that is very lewd.
It was a gag gif. It was, hey everybody, we're gonna, instead of throwing
people
the garter,
do that nowadays.
Yeah, we're gonna throw shirts out, and then you unfurl the shirt, and
that's funny. And then everybody laughs,
and then we have to go around explaining the shirt to everyone.
No, you don't wear the shirt. You throw it away, or you do something else with it immediately. All right, but yes, Emmett Johnson has been awesome this year, and Mike was making the point about sort of what he was last year, and give credit to Random Mike. I mean, he was out ahead of the curve, and I think a lot of people were. I wasn't on Emmett Johnson, but I just thought like a really good spot for him, especially when it was him and Dowdell last year, was like I really like him at 11 carries for 72 yards, and I think that's about what I want from him every game, and I think that's about what he can give you. He was consistent. I mean, he's always good, but I just never thought, man, would he be able to keep up that same pace if he's going for 25 carries a game? And he has. He absolutely has.
He is executing the workload of a Derrick Henry, but he does not have that body.
No, it's frankly amazing what he's been able to do. So, I mean, last year he ran for, let's see. Last year he ran for 598, 5.1 a carry. This year, he has already run for, what is it, 11, 1131,
yeah,
5.6 a carry, over double plus some the attempts. So he's
okay, I understand.
What?
You said double plus, and I got confused.
Double plus some. He 203 attempts this year already, compared to last year. He only had 117, so not quite double yet. But he's going to get to double at some point in the next two games. So shout out to Emmett Johnson. He's probably not going to win the Heisman, but that doesn't mean they can't make t-shirts.
I'll go ahead and guarantee he doesn't win the Heisman.
Okay, Josh guarantees he doesn't win the Heisman, but that does not mean they can't make t-shirts.
Oh no, make t-shirts. Again, make the t-shirts.
Make t-shirts.
Please. Campaign hard.
All right, we'll be back with NFL Reaction Overreaction after this on 1620 The Zone. All right, don't forget, Sam McKewon is going to join us at the top of the hour.
I did forget, I have to admit.
Well, now you remember. So that'll happen. Josh's bottom 5 of something coming up in just a few minutes. But let's go with the writers and see what they have for us today on NFL Reaction, Overreaction.
We'll see how sensational we are this week.
I'm going to say not sensational enough. I got a sneak peek, and I just don't know. There's
got a
nothing
sneak
crazy.
peek?
Yeah, I got a sneak peek.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, writers. Take number 1. Firing Brian Daboll will not fix anything for the Giants.
That's right. That is an appropriate reaction. I don't know how they didn't fire their GM.
It kind of sounds like that's coming. I don't know why you don't just do it all at once. But
I actually think Daboll is good. He has
had success at his other stops.
Let me put it this way. If he goes to whatever team in the offseason, there's going to be a third of the league is always looking for a coach. The team that gets him is going to be excited about it.
Yeah, he's going to show up in that truck.
Or at least they should be excited about it. Like that, I think that's a really good indicator of how people feel about you league-wide or from a perception standpoint. I think, if the Titans hired him or something like that, and I'm Josh Hodson, I'm like, nice.
Got a real one.
That's pretty solid for us.
You drive that blue truck. It's the wrong shade of blue, but you come on down.
Yeah. So this will not do anything. Their roster has been ass for the last 2 seasons. Terrible.
Terrible.
You get a rookie quarterback. He doesn't have his best weapons available to him. They got nothing.
Their quarterback has started like 12 minutes of football and has had 4 concussions.
Yeah, no, this was not. I understand like the whole we just had to do something thing, but
sure,
I don't know if that was the right thing.
This is still the GM that
Joe Schlein.
He's the Saquon guy, right? From the video.
You got it.
Yeah, that guy should not be working there anymore.
Thank you.
Take number 2. The Buffalo Bills are on the do not trust list.
What's wrong with these guys?
Have you seen the roster of people that Josh Allen is throwing the football to?
Yeah, but that's never stopped him before.
That's true.
I mean, I guess he had Diggs before. He doesn't have. I mean, but
he's
like if their top wide receiver is probably
wide receiver. That's a key word you've used.
Who's their? I'm gonna guess without looking at their stats. I'm gonna guess that their leading wide receiver is Khalil Shakir.
Is that a person?
I'm right. It is Khalil Shakir by 9 yards. And then my second guess was going to be Dalton Kincaid, and he is second.
That's a tight end.
I know Bills. You probably don't want to have Khalil Shakir as your top wide receiver.
No,
you probably don't. But, I mean, these have been games that they haven't been immune to in the past. And keep in mind, they're just a week fresh off of beating the Chiefs, too. So, like, let's not
do that every year.
Let's not freak out with this. But there have been some red flags. But they are not on my do not trust list.
They're not.
They are not on my do not trust list. They are on my trust list. They're in the trust tree in the nest. Still.
Are they is that their one? We talk about this every now and then. Every team gets
one
stupid loss that doesn't make sense. I mean, they did lose to the Falcons as well.
I'm giving them however many they need.
Okay.
Yeah, they have Josh Allen. They know how to win the playoffs, except for against Kansas City. I'm good. I trust them.
When that bracket comes out, there are 2 quarterbacks you will trust more than even the very good Colts, the very good Patriots, the very good Broncos. And they are Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
You bet.
I understand. Patrick Mahomes is not currently in the playoff field. We think that's changing. Right?
Maybe.
Number 3. The games start getting good now.
Okay, what an interesting take from the writers. The games, that comes with the implication that the games have been bad.
They have, Connor. I looked it up.
The games have been bad. That's actually accurate. Look at just not to step all over the toes of Grunt the Slate on Thursday, but just keep this because I know Josh doesn't actually look at the slate until Thursday.
That's,
and
not a bit. I genuinely don't.
That's kind of the draw to it. But let me give you some examples.
Okay.
You'll probably forget that this segment ever happened before 48 hours.
I'm like a great football player, man. I can flush it. It's
okay.
fine.
So I need you to flush these the second you hear them. But here's what we have on Sunday. Bucks, Bills. You don't have to grunt them yet, by the way.
Both teams coming off a loss. They both need it.
Bengals, Steelers, which just stick with me. Bengals, Steelers is the game. Seahawks, Rams.
Okay.
Chiefs, Broncos. Lions, Eagles. All those are happening on Sunday.
What?
That's good.
What's the 3:00 game?
The Seahawks, Rams.
I guess who has the double header is my question.
It's Seahawks, Rams, and then Fox has Seahawks, Rams, and Niners, Cardinals. So everybody will get Seahawks, Rams, except for people who are in Northern California or Phoenix.
NorCal.
Or Phoenix. Likely. That'd be my guess.
Okay.
And then the other game at 3:25 is, and then CBS has a doubleheader of Ravens, Browns, and Chiefs, Broncos. So everybody will get Chiefs, Broncos, except for Baltimore and Cleveland. Sad for them because they get to miss out on Chiefs, Broncos.
They're going to miss it.
Chiefs, Broncos is going to be pretty good. Watch out.
There's something on the line. I like that.
Yep.
Take number 4, our last take from the writers.
Yeah, writers are slacking.
The Rams are the best team in the NFL.
The Rams are the team that I trust the most. I said this to Allan, and it kind of crystallized for me over the weekend. Like, I don't have to really worry about the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
They might not win their division. Seattle's really good. That game I can't wait for this week. It's going to be very, very good. And they have a tough schedule to finish. They still play Seattle twice. They play the Bucks. They play the Lions. Like, it's whatever. It doesn't matter if they win or lose those games, as long as they get enough wins to qualify for the playoffs.
Get in.
They're winning a game.
So
I think if you're trying to find somebody who's not the Lions or the Eagles, like if you're trying to go off the beaten path, because everybody will probably pick the Lions or the Eagles in the NFC, everybody's going to go to LA. Like I think the Rams will be the most selected team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl when the playoff bracket is announced. The popular pick.
So 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I had a take. I was toying with it.
Ugh.
I didn't unleash it on the public, and
You didn't
now
do
it
it.
just stays in the drafts folder. And it was Rams Chiefs will play in the Super Bowl.
Ugh.
And Rams.
Boy,
I wish I would have said it. Nobody believes that I was toying with it, and that's fine. You don't have to believe me, but
I do believe you, Josh. But I don't know about the Chiefs.
I just think they're inevitable. I don't care for it.
Got some ground to make up that old division there.
They sure do. And boy, it's about go time, wouldn't you say?
It's getting late early.
Yes,
as they say.
Yes.
All right, that's NFL reaction, overreaction. Josh has a bottom 5 of something coming up next. And Sam McKewon will join us at 1. Plenty to come on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone. But a perfect time to remind people about Underdog. It's the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in the state of Nebraska. It's very easy. Just pick whether your favorite players or go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, or whatever else you can find. So let's open up the Underdog app right now and go to the NFL for whether it be Thursday or Sunday. First guy up. We didn't even talk about him today, Josh. Drake May, 241.5 pass yards, higher or lower against the lowly Jets this weekend. That's one of the options available for you on Underdog. It's simple, higher or lower. Download today. Sign up with promo code HAPPER1620 and score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Promo code HAPPER1620. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing good terms _DFS_.html for details. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the clown.
Blur tailgate passes. Get entered in now to win them for the Iowa game. We want to party with you. Neil, we want to party with you. On Black Friday, nonetheless, people like to get nice and you got to warm up right before you go in.
It's
Who
very
knows what
chilly.
the weather will look like? So we want to party with you. Head to 1620thezone.com. You can win 2 tickets to the Blur Party tailgate on Black Friday prior to the Nebraska-Iowa game. It'll be very early in the morning as well.
That's right.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Josh, what do we have?
Well, we got the bottom 5. These are 5 things that I don't know. I guess I'm mad at, upset with, don't like. It's basically just a segment for us to complain.
Love it.
God, come on. Take forever.
Number 5.
I love that. I have the entire show to do that,
Yeah.
so best to give you some.
Little early to be bringing this up, but I do want it to be top of mind for everyone.
What? Is the Little League World Series coming up?
No.
All right. Thank God.
We're about 5 weeks away from another Avatar film being released.
Oh, for God's sakes. Thank you for bringing this up.
Someone needs to.
Is it going to be the biggest movie ever?
Are you going to go see it? I saw the other 2. I don't remember anything about them.
I saw none of them ever.
These movies suck.
I've never seen an Avatar.
They have no cultural resonance.
Well, wasn't the whole bit of Avatar was that it was just supposed to be like the most visually
yeah.
What are they not doing that anymore? They thought the point of making Avatar was for the plot.
Now it's for the plot or something.
That is stupid.
Very. Just want everyone to be aware this is going to come up, and we're going to have this fight about whether or not Avatar matters. It does not matter.
It does not matter.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I'm with you.
Thank you. Good take.
Number 4.
These broadcasters, am I right?
Oh.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Tim Brando, Devin Gardner, Gus Johnson, who at times I can find charming, but it's just too much. I read an article today that says Jim Nance and Tony Romo are regressing. Is anyone good at this job right now?
Oh, okay. This is good. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Many people are.
We love Benetti famously.
But none of them are on big games.
Uh-huh.
We kind of have who we have.
We enjoy Nessler.
Joe Buck is good.
What do you think of Aikman?
Last night, I didn't watch the game, but I turned on NFL Network and it was after the game ended, so they started playing the beginning of the game.
Smart.
And I thought that he was yelling a lot.
He
last
seems
night.
very angry.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if it's
they're kind of a good pair, though. I
Yeah,
like their yin
yes.
and yang. I like what they got going on. There's many, many good broadcasters. Just none of them are doing the feature presentations. Sadly, they should be.
We enjoy Nessler, but I think we understand that he's done more games than he has games remaining.
On the that could be a lot worse. Like he is registering on the AL meter, but he's not popping a number on the AL meter yet.
Sure.
Like he's kind of phoned it in, but not AL phoned it in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get you.
There's worse.
I get you. And then very quickly, you have on Bob Iger on the Manning cast.
Okay.
The reason he's there is because people are like, hey, I want to watch the Monday Night Game on YouTube TV. Why can't I, Bob? And then you give a PR answer, and then no one is satisfied, but at least you asked the question.
So they really didn't ask.
They didn't discuss it at all.
Do you watch the whole thing?
I read many articles recapping it.
Okay.
So I guess I have not seen the footage, but news articles have discussed that not one word of the content standoff, which apparently YouTube TV is like, hey, Disney, we're going to give you less money than anyone's ever given you to carry these channels. And Disney is like, well, no, you're not.
Good deal for us.
Because then everyone else is going to want that number, and we're not giving them that number.
I love when we do these TV disputes because I genuinely don't care what they're arguing about.
Just get the channel on my TV.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Yep.
I don't care who's the good guy. I don't care who's the bad guy. Figure it out. I'll take my channels, please.
You both have $1 billion. I have 80, and I'd like to give it to you each and every month.
3. Combination of 3 and 5.
Number 3.
The reaction to the Emmanuel Clase story.
Oh,
we received an email yesterday at the end of the show, like, "Hey, nobody cares about this. He should be allowed to do that. He should be encouraged to do this." And we said, "Boy, that seems like a crazy response." And then yesterday, on Pardon the Interruption, Michael Wilbon, old man, baseball lover, said, "Yeah, everybody's gambling anyway. Who cares?"
Yeah.
Baffling. I understand gambling is ubiquitous nowadays, but we cannot shrug our shoulders and say whatever to a player tanking bets on a game they are participating in.
Yeah, correct.
MLB changed a lot of their gambling laws this morning. They said we're capping, I believe it was individual pitches at $200, and you can't put it in a parlay.
Good.
So, like, they immediately were like, whoa, what is happening? Why is this, I don't know, star pitcher is the right word, but emerging player that is very, very good.
Well, I mean, he's pretty established.
Yeah.
Like,
tanking his career for $12,000.
I'm with you completely. I can't believe the reaction to it. It's been like, oh yeah,
now
just another guy.
Yeah,
I'm like, no. This is a guy who was, well, he wasn't quite at the peak of his powers this year, but last year he certainly was, and he decided that he felt it was worth it for him to deal with corrupt gamblers who were going to pay him a cut of whatever they won for throwing a ball in a game, in a live game. When you lose all the people talk about the script writers in the NFL. If you can't guarantee that everyone isn't on the up and up that's actually playing the game, you lose all the magic of the sport. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's out the window. If you think any of it's contrived, if you think any of it is like, that's why we love sports, because it's all new and it's all made up and nobody knows what's going to happen. If you know anything about what's going to happen, then it doesn't become fun anymore. And yeah, so it's not just a gambling problem. It's like a real life problem too. It's a problem for the sport.
The more and more this kind of thing comes up, the more and more I am convinced Shohei was gambling on baseball and had a fall guy right next to him the whole time.
I don't know. I cannot vouch for that.
I wouldn't ask you to. Don't get in the muck with me, Connor.
No.
You'd hate it here.
No, thank you.
Here comes Number 2.
We talked about this briefly in the NFL reaction, overreaction, the solo window games.
Bad.
Connor, I looked it up. Thursday, October 16th was the last one possession Thursday night, Sunday night, or Monday night football game. Or was last night? Last night was.
Well, we also had Thursday night.
What was Thursday night? 10-7.
10-7.
Boy, I guess that counts.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean they're good games.
Yeah. All right, okay. So maybe that's stat good. That's a Nick fact.
It was a Nick fact.
But they're bad games nonetheless.
They have been bad. Thursday nights we're used to it. Thursday nights we're used to getting bad matchups. On Monday nights we get good matchups usually, but they don't come through for us. And that, that you can't control.
Right.
Thursday night we're getting bad games because you have to manipulate the schedule so much to play on Thursdays that it's hard to get two good team. It's hard to get two teams together for it, and people will watch it anyway, even if it is a bad matchup, which the NFL is taking advantage of us for. So, the Thursday night thing needs to be done away with, but I've said that 100 times.
I've seen more and more people say it since you said it, Connor.
Wow.
So thank you for your bravery.
You're welcome.
All right, number 1. This one isn't a sports one, but I guess the 5th one wasn't either.
Make it so, number 1.
Number 1.
Bum, 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 bum.
Connor, you know I hate when everybody does the same thing predictably.
You do.
I do. Connor, the McRib is back at McDonald's. And what do we always say when the McRib comes back?
Well, you got to get the McRib. It's back.
It's back.
I love the McRib.
I know it isn't meat. I know it isn't gourmet food.
Oh, good one.
I like it. Just let me eat the McRib in peace. Okay. I'm not asking you to eat a McRib. I get it. I'm a dirty garbage person. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. Don't apologize for this.
Okay.
Don't apologize for this. And I don't think you were. Don't apologize for eating McDonald's, period.
Love McDonald's. I mean, look at me.
If I want to go to Culver's and get a bunch of cheese curds and their hamburgers are all quadruple hamburgers.
Just ripping cheese
You
curds.
can call me a fat B word if you want to, but guess what? It ain't going to stop me from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel horrible afterwards.
Yeah.
Awful. I have to suffer my own consequences from my choices. And that is payment enough for my actions.
That's right. Do I learn my lesson? No, I don't.
No, I never do. I'm going to get it again in 2 weeks.
I have 7 minutes to get home, and I'm going to eat something before that.
Yeah. Absolutely, Josh.
And
You get that McRib.
Yeah.
Get that McRib.
Thank you.
Tastes like garbage, and it is made of crap.
Thank you.
But you eat it.
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I've done the cost analysis in my head.
You shouldn't care.
Yeah.
Charles says, if loving the McRib is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's what Josh said.
That's right.
All right, we're back with Sam McKewon coming up next on 1620 The Zone. Hey, very cool, fun, and exciting news for you. Check this out. You guys are going to love this. Tell you a little something about the new BYU basketball commit.
Okay.
Abdullah Ahmed. All right. He just committed to BYU. Do you have any questions, first of all? He's
not yet.
Okay. All right. Let me let me tell you this part. He's 22 years old. Do you have any questions now?
He's 22 and just committed?
Correct.
Well, BYU, it could have been like a Mormon mission thing. He could be older than the norm.
He's from Egypt.
How old is Fedor?
He's probably 21, maybe 22.
Okay.
Probably 21, maybe 22. Let me continue.
No, I guess no questions yet.
All right. Well, you're about to have a couple more.
Oh, no.
The 6'10" big man, originally from Egypt, has played the last 2 seasons with the Westchester Knicks, the G League affiliate of the New York Knicks.
You said this was going to happen a week or 2 ago.
Uh-huh.
You said, gee, I wonder who the first G League guy to commit to a college basketball team is.
We found him.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Abdullah. All right. So he has played in a couple dozen G League games over the last 2 years. He averaged nearly 6 points a game last year and 4 points a game. 6 points a game and 7 rebounds 2 years ago, and then 4 points a game and 5.5 rebounds in 18 and a half minutes a game last year. And he has just committed that's the G League is professional basketball, right? You were in the Knicks organization.
That's correct.
Technically.
I see a photo of him with the Knicks jersey on.
He is now committed to play at BYU, where he will enroll apparently at semester and then start his playing career at BYU as they'll figure out what to do with his eligibility clock. That's been the answer on all these things. Like, all right, cool. I guess you can play because we don't want to get sued. Because that's what this is all about, right? Like the whole eligibility is fake thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could play college basketball because that's earnings potential and we can't take away your earnings potential and we don't want to get sued. But once you do commit to the school, we will look at your background. Once you enroll at the school, we will look at your background. We'll see how much professional basketball you've played. And then we will decide how old you get to be. we will decide what year it is in your eligibility clock. And so for Fedor, last year, it was like a patchwork thing where they got him eligible at semester. But remember, he had played professional basketball. So they got him eligible. And then I guess what they did last year was just it was like a 1 year kind of like stopgap plan. And then they had to go back to the well and sort of recreate his, like, why should he continue to, I don't know what that looked like. And remember, they were not hopeful that Fedor was coming back. In fact, they recruited the roster as if Fedor was not coming back. And then they were like, actually, you know what? I think he's a junior.
Makes sense.
You can hang out. You got 2 more years. You got to do whatever you want to do. Actually, I can't remember what they said about it. He's either a junior or a senior this year. I can't remember what they made him. But apparently they're making this guy, Abdullah Ahmed, they're going to make him a junior. Technically, they're going to give him 2 years of eligibility, and then he could potentially get a third. He's 22 years old and has played 2 years of professional basketball.
Yeah. 18 games.
So good. So good. So
Wow.
stupid. So now the next step is, who's the first NBA player to go back and play college?
I was just on a 10-day. I never got in a game. Something like that, right?
I don't think
couldn't possibly, right?
I don't think we're like, because this is a fringe G League guy, right? So, and mostly we are talking about foreign players, because the thing that they have that the Americans don't is that they didn't go to college in the first place. They haven't exhausted any college eligibility technically. Now, usually when you play professional basketball, your eligibility clock explodes sight unseen, but not anymore because nobody wants to get sued.
The average G League player makes $40,000 for a 5-month season.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet he wasn't making the average salary. I'll bet he was making
below that.
Yeah.
As a below average type of player.
And
yeah, it's a grind. There's no doubt about that.
Given what I know about BYU and their basketball program,
I think that's fair, Josh.
I'm guessing he got more than $40,500.
Nobody is arguing that this is more advantageous to the student athlete from a monetary standpoint to do this. What I think what people are sort of wondering about is how is this possible?
When are you a professional athlete?
Correct. When does college no longer become an option for you? And apparently we have found the answer, and it is never.
LeBron James never played college. Does Akron pick up the phone? Do the Buckeyes pick up the phone?
So if LeBron wanted to, you definitely don't want to get lawyered up by LeBron. You know?
That's true.
Because he get after you pretty quick.
He can pay good ones.
If LeBron at age 50, he could go back and play 2 years at wherever, Dayton, go back, play a couple of years at Dayton.
Oh, that guy, that coach
star of the show
is at
Duquesne.
Yeah.
Duquesne. He'd go back and play for Duquesne for a couple of years. He's 50 years old. He would give every 18-year-old buckets on planet Earth. He would smash 18-year-olds at age 50.
I think so.
And that is theoretically possible in this day and age in college basketball. I don't think LeBron would really want to do that, but if he felt the itch again, a few years after retirement, let's go back and play some D1 ball at Duquesne. It's like the common person's old man league.
I just want to play like 12 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll sell you tickets, whatever. I'll sign your autographs.
Yeah.
Give me $1 million, whatever you want to do. I don't really care.
Okay.
I just want to hoop a little bit.
It's not about the money. It's about giving back to the game.
Yeah. He'd win a national championship, probably.
Yeah.
Charles says LeBron, 50-year-old freshman at Ohio State. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt said LeBron should play for University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Omaha.
Now that is a great idea.
They just go by Omaha now.
He should do that.
Get Crutch on the phone with him.
So there was another G League player who committed to Louisville this week as well after playing professional basketball for better parts of the last 3 years. I mean, we've broken through this threshold several times now. But every time it happens, I'm more and more like, wait a minute, nobody's going to stop. Nobody's going to do anything about this. This is going to keep happening.
Connor, we got a tweet here from Asian Joe.
Hi, Asian Joe. Good to hear from you.
At this rate, Connor may still have eligibility for college baseball.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah.
And I actually could play college. Like it wouldn't have to be any sort of like threatening of litigiousness at this because
those JUCO years don't count now.
I only played one. So I got plenty. Now there used to be a clock. I thought the clock runs out after a certain point.
Like if it doesn't.
Once you start the clock, you have a certain amount of time to finish.
Okay.
Like 5 and 4 or whatever it is.
That's why skipping the clock is so important.
It's not. Yeah. Well, if you don't start the clock is never started, and then you could just start the clock whenever you'd like. The clock might be shorter, but the clock still exists. I'm very, very eligible. Nobody would want me on their team, though.
Well, maybe for your brain.
Oh,
you could just be the last guy on the bench and like.
Well, I don't think I could coach ball. I don't think I could. I don't know.
Not coaching, but just like a glue guy in the locker room in the clubhouse.
I could be a locker room guy for sure.
Yeah.
Is that worth wasting a scholarship on where you could just get like a productive player out of it?
Baseball has plenty of scholarships.
Famously. Yes. Alex Lincoln says, could Happer do his show and play for Creighton? If they wanted one of the bang for your buck, like, hey, we'll put this guy on scholarship and he will be like the MC and whatever else. He's kind of just a other duties as assigned type of person. If they want to waste a scholarship on that, they're happy to.
Like,
I'd be happy to be rostered on a Division I basketball roster.
After the first movie, The Mighty Ducks,
yeah,
the second and the third movie, Charlie Conway realized I don't think I'm very good at this hockey thing. Why don't I just sit on the bench? You want to be a coach? Well, not really, but
I like being here.
I like being on the bench and telling people what to do.
Some people just like, now in this case, it is advantageous, obviously, for BYU to be able to take a professional basketball player, a relatively seasoned professional basketball player.
He's 6'10",
as it is for Creighton to get Fedor Zukic. You know, but we live in a very, very different world, no doubt about that. Delivery driver Doug writes in.
Hi, Doug.
Sounds like a case for Kim Kardashian, the lawyer. Perfect.
Well, not yet.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We couldn't get a hold of Sam, but that's okay. We have plenty more to discuss, including Creighton and Gonzaga tonight. Or if you're honk, Josh, I don't know if we've ever actually discussed this before. Have we ever said it out loud? Are you a Gonzaga or a Gonzaga guy? I heard a certain tall man, say Gonzaga yesterday, and I was sort of appalled by it.
I'm a Zaga guy.
Okay,
Gonzaga.
you should be. I believe that's the way to say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some people say Gonzaga.
I didn't know if it was just my Midwestern proclivities.
Say it. Well, do the poll question. Zags or Zogs?
Okay, yeah.
Poll question.
Why not?
Zags or Zogs? It's Zags, but you guys can vote however you'd like. We'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone. But first, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are all back. And however you'd like to get in on the action, you can do it on Underdog right now in Nebraska. And guess what? This season, you can make team picks and player picks. Just download the app, sign up. You'll get $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Using Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite team will win or if your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Plus, with Underdog's quick payouts, you can get your profits fast. So download the app today and use promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Player picks and team picks all on Underdog. Crypto.com predictions powered by Underdog Predict. Trading derivatives involves risk and may not be appropriate for all. For more information, go to nadex.com/rules or underdogfantasy.com/rules. For Crypto.com predictions, the term pick refers to a product traded on CDNA. Must be 19 plus and present. Nebraska terms apply. See assets at underdogfantasy.com for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Hey, look, it's another save the date. Don't get triggered, John Bishop. Our annual Stuff the Truck event is happening on Friday and Saturday, December 5th and 6th at Westwood Plaza at 123rd and Center. Stop by, and we will, of course, take your new unwrapped toys for the area children, which donations support Toys for Tots. As always, brought to you by Woodhouse Chevy and Molina Healthcare of Nebraska. And, of course, we'll have more on where we'll be or what our involvement will be when we get closer and closer to that date. But save the date, December 5 and 6 at the Westwood Plaza, 123rd and Center for our annual Stuff the Truck. We are always very happy to deliver that stuffed truck every single year. Tonight, not in Seattle, Josh.
Yeah, of course.
In Spokane, and it's not Spokane. It's Spokane, and it's not Gonzaga. It's Gonzaga. Oh, you changed it to
rules.
The War in Washington.
That's right. I keep hearing there's a
I
war
told you
going
it
on.
was Spokane.
But you told me not to change it
It
to
would have been.
Spokane.
It would have been an easier play for you to do so.
I'll show you.
So let me check FanDuel as of this moment, or let me check the odds.
It is changed, Connor.
Has it?
It was 10.5. It's 12.5.
So it was 12.5, and then it was 10.5, and then it went back, and now it's settled in at 11.5.
Makes sense.
For Gonzaga, who gets a visit tonight from the Blue Jays. Like I said earlier, Kempom has 86-76 Gonzaga. So this is a game that most of the pundits are expecting Gonzaga to win, and it comes down. It's a fascinating point, obviously, because nobody knows what Creighton's going to be this year. The only thing that everyone can agree on is that they're talented and they're deep. Confirmed and confirmed. Good for Creighton to get Jason Green back tonight. Good for Creighton to get Karam Konan back tonight. We'll see. I guess we'll keep an eye on what happens with Hudson Greer. But you know who you're kind of dealing with at this point. And then you have to sort of whittle down the rotation. I'll be curious to see what it looks like tonight, considering there's no we're just going to toss out a funny lineup and see what happens with it for a couple minutes. No, this is the real deal, and Creighton's going to need everything they can to beat Gonzaga tonight. And I think mostly, there's the constant questions with the lineups and who scores and who does what and all those things. My main thing is it comes in twofold, but it's a similar idea. Who's the guy with the ball in his hand when it's time to score, right? When you need a run stopper or it's a late game situation, who's that guy for Creighton? Do they have one, or is it just spread around to a variety of different people? Because that could be the answer.
Leaning forward on your chair saying, need a bucket here.
And then number two, who is, or do they got some balls,
Hello.
Yeah. It's something that has been really a big part of this program for some metal, right? It's been a big part of the program for the last several years. They don't really care what environment they're going into. They're really, Creighton basketball is going to be what Creighton basketball is. And I think that confidence, it stems from knowing who you are, right? When you put on the Creighton uniform like you are what you're kind of supposed to be, you're like every other Creighton player, right? That's what we have been, and we are very, very confident in what we do. I don't sense I know that they think they're going to be good, but is there confidence that they can, as Mac always likes to say, hook it up? Is there confidence that they can do that tonight?
Yeah.
On November 11th.
It's game 2.
Because we just haven't seen anything close to them attempting to what they're trying to do tonight. Right? It's been 2 exhibition games. and a game at home against South Dakota. Right? And so you're going on the road, really, really difficult place to play. These teams have at least a little bit of history together. They've played 3 times in the last 10 years. And so can you get that confidence from, like, where are you getting that confidence from? They have a bunch of confident guys, but I don't know if they're exactly confident yet in like who they are.
Yeah. As a unit.
As a together, right? As a unit. Like, you know, Owen Freeman is not short on confidence, and Josh Dix is like the quiet, confident guy, and Blake Harper just won MEAC Player of the Year. Like, they're all confident in their own ways, but in order to go into an environment like that and play that kind of team, you have to be the best version of yourself. And so what's the best version of Creighton right now? I don't know. It's going to be really, really cool to find out how close they can get to that tonight. If there's any flashes of it, or if it's just there. I suppose that's possible, because if it's just there and they really gel it all together tonight and they go out there and win, then we're dealing with something completely different that I didn't expect.
That would be something.
That would be something. But in order to do that, you're gonna need some metal, and you got to find out who you are in a hurry, because they're good. They always are, and they're super talented. And there's a reason why KenPom, thinks you're going to get beat by 10 tonight. Graham, Ike, we can do some damage tonight. Braden Huff, both those guys came back at the end of last year. It's always one of the more talented teams in the country now, and I think Creighton kind of fancies themselves that way too. So it's an opportunity for them to sort of make the Gonzaga of the Midwest. People have said that before.
People have. Remember that day Gonzaga was going to join the Big East?
Oh,
what
man.
a day.
What a day it was. What a day it was. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it likely ends with
I don't expect them to win tonight.
Them losing by 8 to 15 points, right?
I genuinely don't know where it's going to fall. I don't know. And this is another I'm not going to, I don't think, be able to really watch it tonight, so I won't get a feel for it. You'll just have to be listening for John, and that too. So, like, that's an added wrinkle, at least for me personally, in watching the game, but we'll figure that out. But can they, I think Mac is probably thinking, number one, are we capable, as he always says, hooking it up? Can we hook it up tonight? Are we capable of just flipping that switch? And then what does it look like when we do? Because there's at the very most been flashes of it so far, just flashes, whether it be in a practice, in an exhibition game, or in a game against South Dakota. That's it. It's only flashes. You need to sustain these against the Gonzagas and the UConns and the St. John's of the world in order to go into their crib and win. It's going to be a real challenge.
Just not enough time to gel, but it probably prepares you for Vegas pretty well.
That's
right?
the other thing. It's good no matter what happens that this game is tonight. They need this. They need it really bad. They need to be pushed from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint. And so it's a good thing that it happens right now. No doubt about it. It might be a tough November. I don't know. But I would always say to whatever team in college basketball, play a one-off game like this on the road early. Yes, I know you have high hopes and you want to go to the NCAA tournament and seeding matters and all that stuff, but like you're going to learn a lot about yourself in this game, way more about yourself in this than you'll learn against who they play on Friday, which is what, Maryland Eastern Shore, or something like that.
Theoretically, this
UMass
is the quickest
as
way to
Nick's
get better.
favorite team, UMass. Yeah, no doubt. So it should be, as our dear friend Alex Sindelar writes in.
Hello, Alex.
I'm so excited. It should be exciting, scary in a way, almost. I've very rarely known less what to expect with a Creighton basketball game in recent years.
Right.
I have no idea what we're going to get tonight.
There's normally more bridges between rosters with Creighton.
No, it's usually all right. Well, I know how they'll play this. Yeah. So if they get into a track meet, if they get into a shootout, can they make 12, 15 threes and score 100? I don't know. I think so.
Could be fun.
Can they, if they have a 2-point lead in the last minute, can they bear down and grab a defensive stop and get a rebound? I don't know.
Hello.
I have no idea. Hopefully these are all situations that they find themselves in tonight. So 7:00 shoot around with the very live and very real Austin Jacobson. And then
that's what they say about him.
That's a 90-minute pregame show for a basketball game.
It's a big game.
Basketball. And then John will take over at 8:30 live from Spokane, and tip-off is at 9:00. And overtime is with Matt afterwards.
That's right.
Everything except shoot around and overtime on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
And then right after overtime, Gary and Matt.
Gary and Matt will start. It's just probably about an hour gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. One quick one before we get out of here.
A quickie.
In a legal filing against LSU's Board of Supervisors, Brian Kelly's attorneys say that LSU has taken the position that it has not formally terminated Kelly as the Tigers football coach. All right, did we digest all that? Brian Kelly's lawyers are saying that they never fired him. Okay. The school, according to the petition for a declaratory judgment, is now seeking to fire Kelly for cause and potentially avoid paying a full buyout of nearly $54 million. The filing claims that LSU informed Kelly's representatives of this position on Monday. So in response to Brian Kelly's lawyers saying, hey, look, you never formally terminated him. You need to do that. And then we could start getting started on the process of you paying me my Skrilla, my cash, my dough. That's
what Brian Kelly is saying.
The school said, actually, you're right. We didn't, but we'd like to fire you for cause now, which means that is because it's not just because we don't like you. It is because you've done something wrong. And I don't know what basis they have for that.
Right. That's my question to this all is, okay, obviously, the governor down there in Louisiana,
good one,
is got his hands way too far in this, and he's trying to save the taxpayers, quote unquote.
Totally, always is
money, just political goodwill, but whatever. So what's the cause? That he no call, no show?
It is because we hate you.
Yeah.
It is because we hate you.
There's a lot of guys who cover college athletics today that are tweeting like, hey, no school has ever won a we fired him for cause case.
So maybe this is just a like, hey, let's just see. Let's just explore this avenue and see if we can not pay him $54 million.
Mm-hmm. We'd like to not pay him $54 million because it's a lot.
Brian Kelly, completely predictably, ain't the dude to be messing with when it comes to his Skrilla, right?
Definitely not.
Don't mess with my money. That's what Brian Kelly is saying. So he seems like the type of guy that, we always have the conversation when buyouts come out, we get the figures and it's like, what would you do? Would you take the lump sum or would you take it in individual payments? Brian Kelly, I don't know what the answer is. Brian Kelly would have an answer to that question.
Powerball, Mega Millions?
He would have an answer. He would probably say, take the lump sum.
Every red cent, give it to me.
Take the lump sum. He would probably say.
Probably.
The suit from Kelly's lawyer's side, does not specify who from LSU spoke to Kelly's representatives on Monday or what behavior might constitute a for-cause dismissal. The suit alleges that LSU told Kelly's representatives Monday that Woodward, the AD, did not have the authority to terminate Coach Kelly and or make settlement offers to him in October, and thus Kelly was never officially terminated. They're saying, you can't fire me. You didn't have the power to fire me. There may be some truth to that, given what we know now.
That's interesting.
Given what we know now. So somebody said in the comments just now, does this make the LSU job more or less attractive? I think you all know the answer to that. I mean, like,
wow, I'm an idiot. I hadn't thought of that.
the LSU job is always going to be incredibly attractive because it is LSU. It is just one of those places where you're just guaranteed a certain level of talent on your football roster. At the same time, you have to decide as a human being how much you are willing to deal with the garbage that is not coaching football while you're the coach at LSU. Some coaches take it as a very fun thing.
Well, I love governors. I love Raising Cane's.
I love governors. I love Raising Cane's. I like partying. I like hanging out. Like, I'm the biggest man on campus.
Touffet?
Awesome. Very, very cool. Some people are like, I don't belong here, and this is weird. So it's all about perspective, as always. But I would say in general, it seems like a bit of a dysfunctional situation. Yes.
Kenneth in the YouTube chat, what are you going to do? Fire me? Guy who just got fired?
That's the old stabbed guy meme, which I really appreciate. I always appreciate the references to that. So there you go. That's what's going on at LSU. Very cool and very fun.
Do you want the governor meddling in your program?
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Probably not. Yeah.
It's probably just my bare bones answer right there. All right, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back. We have the poll questions, and we'll tell you what to watch. Coming up next on 1620 The Zone.
You made me do this. This is on you, producer Josh.
The Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
the polls at Happer Show on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed.
The polls.
We had a couple today.
Sure.
Anything from yesterday that we need to catch up on?
I don't think so.
Doesn't
I could be
look
wrong.
like it. Doesn't look like it. Although there were a couple of graphics yesterday. I'm not a spooky boy.
You're not.
I'm not. I don't really care about Spooktober or anything like that. I don't care about that stuff. Was the NBA a banger last night?
It was.
No.
It was top of the East. Pistons survived in overtime.
Once again, Josh, you didn't listen to my rule that I set yesterday. Never tell me who's in any place of any division until Christmas.
Divisions in basketball?
Or any, not division,
Really?
conference, whatever. 80% say no.
Wow.
The NBA was not a banger last night.
Sad. You'll just this league.
Those guys were saying all those things.
Me and Padilla tomorrow. Wow. We're gonna go off on this league.
Do you watch plane movies on a plane? I actually try not to.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Michael Severe responded to that tweet apparently, which I didn't see because I don't have TweetDeck anymore. I'm not sleeping. I'm watching a movie. If I'm not sleeping, I'm watching a movie.
And then
Same. I can't really sleep on planes though, so I am most likely watching a movie.
Or
an old game or
we
something.
replied, but is it a movie about planes? And he said, I watched Flight on a Plane.
There you go. Maybe Michael was that guy. I try not to. It's just I don't want to mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to be the reason why. 57% say no. What would you rather watch? Paolo Banchero against the Knicks or Pluribus? Now, this is a good poll question.
This is a great poll.
The answer is Pluribus, and everyone would say that, right? Even sports fans.
Yeah.
66% say Pluribus.
It's not 1997. I'm not really grinding Magic Knicks tape.
It should be more. Yeah. Did you know in 2023 a CGI animated Super Mario Brothers movie was released? No. Nope.
You know now, though?
I do know now, but I'll go from when I thought about that for the first time. 62% say yes, which not probably pretty good.
I mean, that movie made like $1 billion.
Yeah. And
not
finally,
that's the barometer, but
Gonzaga or Gonzaga?
It's important.
It's Gonzaga. 86% agree. And they are
86.
correct. Yep. That's our troll rate right there. 14%. All right, those are the polls. Josh, what are we watching tonight?
We are watching college football, little Maction. We all love Maction, don't we? We're all going to talk about this game tomorrow. Kent State, Akron, 6:30 on ESPNU.
All right.
Ohio versus Western Michigan at 7 on ESPN.
Okay.
It is coast to coast night on NBC. Celtics Sixers, 7 o'clock on NBC. The Celtics debuting their gold City Edition jerseys tonight.
Awesome.
And then Nuggets Kings, 10 o'clock on Peacock.
Also awesome.
This league. NHL doubleheader on TNT. Maple Leafs Bruins at 6 on TNT, followed by Ducks Avalanche at 8:30.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Why are the Ducks on national television? College basketball, number 9, Kentucky at number 12, Louisville. Mark Pope does not have jury duty. He'll be there on the sidelines, courtside, 7 o'clock ESPN. Number 11, Texas Tech at number 14, Illinois, 7:30 on FS1.
That's good stuff.
And the number 5 thrill score game of the night, number 23, Creighton at number 19, Gonzaga.
It's not the thrill score game of the night, but it's number 5.
9 o'clock on ESPN. If you're a person who maybe doesn't get ESPN right now,
what should we say to those people?
May we offer you an alternative? Shoot Around with Austin Jacobson at 7, pregame in the arena with John Bishop at 8:30, and a tip-off live from Spokane at 9 o'clock on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
The Zone.
1019 The Zone. That's right. Dancing with the Stars tonight at 7 on ABC. Tom Bergeron returns as a guest judge. Yeah, this is big. This is big for my dancers. And finally, tonight on ABC at 9 o'clock, I'll watch it tomorrow on Hulu. The Golden Girls, 40 Years of Laughter and Friendship. In a special edition of 2020, get a behind-the-scenes look at the lasting cultural phenomenon of the beloved sitcom 4 decades after it premiered. Talking heads include creator Susan Harris, a whole bunch of other people I don't know, Kelly Ripa, Laverne Cox, and Mario Lopez. who was actually on the show as a child.
Mario Lopez, what did Matt say he was that one day? Mario Lopez, the boxing analyst?
The boxing analyst, Mario Lopez. That is what he's known for.
Awesome. I will not be watching that.
I will tomorrow.
I'm trying to debate whether I need to take matters into my own hands, if you know what I mean, for watching this Creighton game.
Need to stream it on like an East Coast website,
Something like that.
Fly the Jolly Roger and
something like that.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, you need it for work. A day pass for an alternative.
We'll see.
Site.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, I probably won't let anybody know, but
probably best you don't.
All right. Thanks, Josh. That's it for us today. If you missed anything, 1620thezone.com is where you can find it. The crossover is next.